Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with a straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Stu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Stu boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Stu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
The truth gonna tell on your ass what you doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. People you can get killed in this shit, man.
Man, what's good with the family? My apologies, we late, but we here. We gonna build how we always do. Where we at? Monday? How y'all feeling on this good Monday, man? We late, but we gonna get to it. We gonna get to this boxing. It's a lot to talk about, and y'all know we gonna get to all of it. But before we even get into any other topics, I gotta address my haters, man. I gotta address the haters, bro. Got to address the haters. Let me say what's up to the family. We got about 50 people in there. Hit the like button. Sub to the channel. Support the grind. Let's build. Let's talk about it, man. But we're gonna address the haters, man. Green light, what it do, man? Jordan, my dog, was good with it, bro. But sports in the building, my God, what's good, Brody? Crypto Code, what's good with it? Flyer frequencies in the building. What's good, my guy? Yeah, man. We got some things to talk about, but you know, I had to address the the elephant in the room, as I like to call it, right? Y'all know I'm rubbing this shit in. But I'm gonna make it boxing though. I promise you it's gonna be a good conversation. But I gotta address the haters, man. I got to, man. I'm feeling like Hove up here, man. You know, I gotta reintroduce myself to you idiots out there, man. Yeah, and I know it's trolls, but nah, I got something for y'all. I'm gonna start making y'all part of the show. Every time y'all troll and y'all just talk crazy, I'm gonna just make you part of the show. I'm gonna spend the opening part of the show cooking trolls and putting y'all in y'all place, because that's where y'all need to be at, man. But let me kind of like fill y'all in where I'm going with this, man, and why I got this picture up here. DP Rocket, my dog, was good with it, bro. So dig it, right? You see the picture, just a kid from Newark, man, just a kid from Newark. I'm not telling y'all something that you don't know, but maybe this will help people out there better understand my support of Shakur Stevenson. For one, you can't find a live stream nowhere where I'm not supporting boxing as a whole. Do I got my favorite fighter? Absolutely. Are you going to guilt trip me about rocking with somebody that's from the same neck of the woods as me? Hell no. You out your damn mind. You should be questioning people that represent the same area and come from the same upbringings and backgrounds as you from, and you don't rock with them. That would just be weird. I mean, I could see if, you know, I ain't had no type of, you know, mutual respect between me and him. Like, I done had the man on my channel, right? He ain't owe me that. He gave me an hour of his time. I plan on having him back. But he just a kid from Newark, man. That's Jersey. I'm Jersey for life. I don't care where I'm at. I'm taking that shit with me everywhere. So what I'm saying all this to say, you can't, I don't care who you are, how you try to troll, what you type. You're never going to make me feel bad about supporting a guy that's representing my neck of the woods on the highest levels of the sport that I rock with more than any other sport, you know, period. You get what I'm saying? Hands down, boxing is it for me. But the dude really putting on for Jersey. I am Jersey, bro. Like, hey, it's in the blood, bro. This ain't nothing. This ain't no fake shit. This is real. And, you know, it goes a long way that, you know, it makes it even better that we had a chance to connect and get the people a good interview and a good conversation. But I'm here to tell you, no matter what you type and no matter how hard you go, you are not going to make me feel bad about supporting this man. I don't give a fuck what you say and how you slice it, but I give everybody their respect. But everything I've been saying about Shakur Stevenson is actively playing out right now, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to rub it in. We're going to have fun, but it's going to always be a real boxing conversation. I'm not going to just come here and just force the conversation to be about him, but when it's a topic, we're going to cover it. I'm from Jersey. I'm not ignoring it. He getting his just due. Yes, he's finally getting his just due, and you think I'm not going to celebrate it? You out your damn mind. You could call me a fanboy, a cheerleader. You weird. I'm a grown-ass man that support boxing, all of it. And this is a guy that is doing it the right way. You out your damn silly rabbit-ass mind if you think that I'm supposed to get up here and tear him down because you're corny, because you miserable about something. No, this kid is doing it the right way. And I told y'all, when that smoke start clearing up, his name going to be in the mix. All that shit about him not being a big star, him not selling tickets, all that shit is nonsense. And y'all seen it when he just fought Tszyu. They said he couldn't perform at the highest level, and he did it. They said he couldn't stand in the pocket and beat Zepeda like that, and he did it. I'm watching him do all of this shit y'all say he can't do. Y'all said he don't got defense at the highest level. He fight an elite level guy in Tszyu and show you the defense is every bit on point as it always been. Where y'all think y'all at? This platform is not a Shakur Stevenson platform, respectfully, but this is a boxing platform. This is Jersey. I'm going to support Jersey fighters to the end of the earth, bro. But at the end of everything, I'm going to support all of boxing. So I don't give a damn how you try to slice it, cry, go punch the air. I told y'all this day was coming. I told y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all wanted to sit there and follow the narratives, keep pushing all the narratives. He can't fight. He don't got no offense. He don't got no defense. He can't take a punch. He ain't this. He ain't that. He been proven every last one of y'all hating ass dudes. He proved y'all all wrong and y'all hate to see it. And more so, you hate to see somebody support their guy. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm from Jersey. I rock with Shakur Stevenson unapologetically, publicly, bro. There's nobody in the boxing world that can make me feel bad about that. He doing this shit the right way. He putting on for Jersey in a way that you can't really say you've seen in years. Yes, he doing it big, man. I salute him for that. I'm a supporter of these dudes, man. Fan my ass. Fan is what a lot of y'all are. When the shit ain't going good for a fighter, y'all off to the next fighter. When a guy lose, when a guy miss weight, when a guy have an issue, a guy get injured, y'all off to the next dude. This my guy. I rock with him. So if you don't like that, you probably don't want to tune into this channel, because I'm going to support Shakur Stevenson. But more importantly, over Shakur Stevenson, I'm going to support boxing. No one fighter is bigger than the sport. But I'll be damned if y'all think y'all, like I said, I'm going to keep saying it, y'all going to make me feel bad about supporting a guy that is winning at the highest of levels. The man just had a sellout in his first pay-per-view, but the haters will tell you he can't sell tickets. He can't sell out a family dinner and all that stupid shit. Now you seeing that none of that is the reality. You seeing it that it's starting to look like if you want a big fight and you want to get respect, roads are starting to lead through Shakur, and y'all hate to see it. Well, I love to see it, because not only do I love boxing, but I love to see a guy from my neck of the woods where people don't do this kind of shit. This ain't regular. What he doing ain't regular. So when I speak on it, I'm gonna speak on it like I know this shit ain't regular, bro. You could be as mad as you want to be. I told y'all this day was coming. And the crazy part is, it's not even over. It's not even over, bro. Just getting started. Y'all don't like the fact that the Shakur Stevenson era is underway. I told you hating ass dudes it was coming. Y'all kept talking about his hands. His hands, he's soft. He don't throw no punches. He don't got defense. He don't fight nobody. Now, all of a sudden, his name being mixed in some of the biggest fights in the world. You got Devin the Dream Haney saying him and Shakur Stevenson is the biggest fight in boxing. You got Ryan Garcia, that we're going to get into in a minute, his dad talking like they willing to get in there with Shakur. You get what I'm saying? And then you obviously got the man, Gervonta Tank Davis, whenever he places foot back in the sport of boxing, you still got that as a potential fight. Why are y'all mad? I thought y'all said y'all wanted to see the best fight in the best. Huh? Or y'all mad that one of the best just happened to be the kid from North? Well, man, y'all gonna be mad a lot more. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be mad. Look, I told y'all when that pound for pound list came back out and they moved him up on the pound for pound when he scorched Tszyu, I told you people was gonna be hating, bro. look, I told you people was gonna be hating. Whoever Cartel Bo is. Listen, look at this shit right here. This is the shit that I be talking about. Shout out to everybody. T Hill, I see you. Reef, shout out to you. Elijah, what's good with it? Look at this dude right here, right? This is on the post. This is on the ring post, right? That got him at number 3, pound for pound. The only thing I said on the post is Jersey stand up. Let's go core. I ain't say nothing else. I ain't say, this is the best fighter in the world. I told you this. Nobody could beat him. I just said, Jersey stand up, because he representing Jersey. You see, he wearing Newark on his trunks, bro. He shouted out Jersey after the win, bro. What don't people get? Yeah, I'm glad to see him doing this thing, and I'm glad to see him carrying his city on his damn back proudly, bro. Y'all are idiots. I'm just the prime example of how you supposed to get behind a hometown guy. That's all I'm telling you. He from the town. He from the city. And he came through the platform. Yeah, that's a plus for me. Shout out to him. He a real one for that. He ain't know me from a can of paint. He ain't have to come here. He came here. We chopped it up. Give me one reason in boxing why I'm supposed to be hating this young man. What is he doing that I'm supposed to be hating him? I'm supposed to be giving that man, my platform is named Just Do. And you think when it's finally time for this dude to get his, I'm not going to give it to him because y'all going to call me fanboys and D-riders? That's little kid shit. Over here, we build boxing up. And yes, when my hometown guy is beating ass at an elite level and he knocking down these false narratives one at a time, and his name is being mentioned in some of the most meaningful or biggest fights in boxing, yes, I'm going to salute him for that. Yes, I am. So go punch the air, go cry in the car, bro. But this man deserves everything that he getting right now. And I mean that. I mean that with everything in me. The last couple of years on YouTube, I've watched people go above and beyond. And they don't just stop at Shakur, bro. They don't just stop at Shakur. They start shitting on Jersey and everything that's attached to it. So when I see a young man like this carrying the torch the way he is, you think I'm not gonna celebrate him because y'all miserable? Y'all mad because he ain't from y'all town? Like, what is it? He is. I'm here to tell all of the Shakur Stevenson haters proudly, bro. He is one of the best boxers in all of the sport. You can cry if you want to. You can try to argue it. You can try to debate it. But the facts are the facts. When he loses, if he loses a fight, it's going to take a cold, bad mother to beat him. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All these guys can be beat, but don't be mad when the guy is standing on business. Ain't this what you asked him to do? You asked him to start fighting the names, right? Y'all complained about Zepeda. You complained about Padley. You complained about Artem. Now y'all complaining about Tszyu, and now y'all complaining about the fact that Devin Haney feel like him and Shakur is one of the biggest fights in boxing, because it is. It is. Is it the biggest? I don't know, but it's a damn sure it's a big fight. Do you know why? Because Devin Haney is another guy that y'all tried to write off. You hating ass non-boxing fans. Y'all tried to write him off after he got cheated by Ryan. And that shit got switched to a no contest. He got himself back in the win column, back-to-back wins. He a 3-division champion. And y'all hate to see that these pure boxers that y'all hate on is cooking shit. Say what you want. Devin Haney got over 30 wins. In 3 divisions, he cooking shit. He was undisputed and all that. He is on the top of his game. You got to be a complete hater of boxing not to be able to admit that he is one of the best pure boxers in the game. What's wrong with that? He a bad man. He is. When he lose officially, it's going to take a real fighter to beat him too. It ain't just Shakur. Devin Haney can fucking fight, bro. Straight like that. But y'all would try to write these dudes off because they don't get knockouts. I hear y'all said Devin Haney, he can't sell tickets. He can't do this. The man is putting himself in position to be great. That's what y'all missing. Y'all keep focusing on what he lacked physically. The same shit with Shakur, but Now y'all been complaining and pushing narratives for so many years that these two pure boxers, pillow-fisted, chinny guys, soft, all the names that y'all called them, they at the top of the game, and their names are being mentioned in all the conversations. Shakur's name is being mentioned from 135 to 147. You tell me he ain't a top 3 pound-for-pound guy? They literally want him to go up to 47 right now and fight Devin Haney. And if he didn't get stripped, he would be simultaneously, if he was to go do that and win, he'd be a champion in 3 different divisions. You telling me y'all writing comments like this because he top 3 pound for pound? I didn't make the list. And you can't tell me he don't deserve it. 28 years old. 28. 4 divisions. 4 divisions, bro. He is an elite company right now. You get what I'm saying? His name, he just put his name, he just cemented his name amongst some of the absolute best fighters in all of the sport. And y'all mad because he getting his just due, man. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, bro. Seriously. This man said I'm a D-Rodder because I said Jersey, stand up. That's crazy, bro. Listen to this dude. He said, all you do is try to find a silver lining in every situation, and it comes off as disingenuous. I've seen your channel. Do better. The only reason why you feel like the way I do my content is disingenuous, because I can tell the people that you listen to. See, you listen to people that tear down boxing. So when you finally get to a channel that's not on that type of time, you can't understand it. Well, this ain't the channel for you. If y'all looking for me to tear down boxers, this is not the channel for you. I'll let you know that right now. You get what I'm saying? But I'm going to continue to build these guys up and breathe life into the sport because that's what it needs. If you want to hear boxing get tore down, I'm pretty sure you can go to just about any other YouTube channel and you will get that. But you're not going to get that over here. You're not going to get that. I'm just do boxing for real. That means when I talk about these guys, I have that in mind. If you're on top of your game, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, the credit is going to be given at all points. Shout out to Behind the Hands TV. Samuel, what it do? John Wick, what's good with it? Howard, what's good with it? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. BJ, what's good, homie? They mad because the man putting his name in the mix of some of the best fights in the world. And T-Mac was good with it. And that's what it is. These people really don't want to see. They don't want to see the best fights in the world. They don't want to see the best fights in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because they mad that some of the best fighters in the world are guys that they tried to write off in the Devin Haneys and the Shakur Stevensons of the world. So this guy's a fool. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what bias is, bro. Y'all don't know. I support him. Are you slow? Are you slow? Because I'm cooking trolls. I'm using this first part of the show to cook y'all, and then we're going to get into the topics. Hit the like button, sub to the channel, support the grind. We're going to talk about it. Are you slow? Or are you deaf? Or are you just not listening? It don't got shit to do with him being a brother. Get that weird shit out of here. You don't know where you at. You might be lost. So let me inform you as to where you at. You're on a channel, bro, that supports all of boxing. I don't care if you're a brother. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't give a damn what your background. I don't care where you come from. If you can throw hands, Just Do Boxing is going to support, and I'm going to watch. Simple. It don't got shit to do with him being a brother. I just told you we both represent New Jersey. Him specifically Newark, New Jersey. That's where I'm out this way, bro. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to support him, man, because he's doing this shit the right way. He's showing you that you could put on coming from Jersey. Why wouldn't you celebrate that? Why would I get up here and not highlight what's dope about this young man? Y'all crazy. Y'all got me messed up, bro. I'm going to always give him his credit. Y'all just don't like it? Well, find somebody to beat him then. That's all I say. Find somebody to beat him because he beating ass. And he look like he getting better and he ain't slowing down. Shout out to Ali, man. What's good with it? Bodega tie in the building. You get what I'm saying? These dudes is weird, bro. Disingenuous because I don't tear boxing down. Not over here, bro. Everybody, Dante, what's good with it, bro? Everybody getting their credit. Look at the other goofy. It's like you're Shakur personal cheerleader at this point. Personal cheerleader or just a genuine supporter. See, this is another guy. Look at his name. Zubu, man. He ain't even worth the response, but I'm giving it to him today because I made time for you idiots today. Y'all done woke up a sleeping beast. You're going to continue to see me support this man. All of this because he number 3 pound for pound, bro. Go argue with Ring Magazine. Go argue with ESPN or whoever else got him at number 3 on the list. Say Errol Spence is back. Yeah, Errol is back, man. And dude is a weirdo. Of course these dudes is weird, man. Ain't fan like Shakur or Devin understands boxing. We enjoy knockouts and the sweet science. Howard, talk to him, bro. Talk to him. Yo, Eli, he just beat Teofimo, bro. He just beat Teofimo. Before that, it was Williams and Payda at his own game, the number 1 ranked guy across the sanctioning bodies. What exactly are you talking about, G? Huh? He in his 4th division, and this dude is lost, talking about he ain't fought nobody yet. That's the problem. This guy's an idiot, man. Boxing fans are full of guys like you, bro. Full of guys like you. So like I said, man, he's just a kid from Newark, man. If you don't like him, find somebody to beat him, bro. That's what I've been saying all this time, bro. Your favorite fighter can't do shit with him, so y'all rather sit up and hate, and y'all expect me to join the hate train with you. Nah, we gonna build Shakur Stevenson up. What they call him? A Blunt. What they calling him? EMP Core. A Blunt. What they calling him nowadays? Motel. What's good with it? Shout out to Boxing Dad. Zubu, man. You get what I'm saying? Mag Life, what's good with it? Because they slow, bro. Because they slow. They slow, Mag 7. When they see a guy like him, they like, it ain't no way he's number 3. How they got him over this one? The pound for pound list is trash. I can't believe it. How Shakur over Beevil? Like, how Shakur over Beevil? Like, bro, what? Name 4 Beevil wins. And I ain't disrespecting Beevil. I just know that people that's making that argument can't name 4 his wins without looking at box rep. That's what they call him, EMP Core. They pissed off, bro. They saying Debo dead. The answer, Just Do. Look, Debo dead could be the answer, bro. I would love to see it. I would love to see Debo dead. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into some clips. I just wanted to get that out the way, man, for the go find something else to hate on, bro. We build boxing up over here. If you don't like to hear a grown man speak life into boxing, this ain't the channel for you. If you want to hear slander 24/7, you probably not gonna like this channel. Matter of fact, ain't no probably. I can guarantee you won't like it. You won't like it here. You know what I'm saying? We give everybody they proper credit. You know what I'm saying? Now you definitely got to be hating though. You just say he ain't fought nobody. He just fought Teofimo Lopez, and you just say he ain't fight nobody. He just moved up to 140 in his first fight there and fought Tszyu. You say he ain't fight nobody. Make it make sense, bro. And then you say you're not hating. So what are you doing? because that's not a good observation for damn sure. Now ain't the time to be talking about he ain't fought nobody after he just had the biggest fight of his career and sold out MSG, him, Tszyu, and the rest of them boys on that card. Ozell was good with it. Dev next fight is Ryan. Core next fight is undecided. Dev next fight might not be Ryan. We're gonna get into that. I'm glad you said that. We're gonna get into that. That ain't what his father's saying. You saying that ain't what his father's saying. So we're gonna get into it. We got 90 people in the building. Hit the like button, sub to the channel. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. My dog said defense win championships and belts, Hawks, and core. Big Dog, talk to him, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Support the channel. We about to grind. We gonna build. We got a good conversation. We gonna get to.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Shout out to Big Dog. Let's get to it, man. Go cry in the car. Go punch the air, man. He ain't fight nobody. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. Oh, my God. I don't see how y'all could be rooting for him. He just keep beating everybody. He literally damn near just 12 zips of mine. We talking about he ain't fight nobody. What the hell going on, boxing? Shout out to Mill City, man. Got to play your video, fam. Shout out to Mill City, man. Got to hear from Ryan and his dad. Let's see what Ryan and Pop was talking about, man. Let's see what Pop Ryan was talking about.
Have him, having a title and Devin Haney having the title for unifications. And was that obviously a game plan leading up to a possible mega fight with you guys with a big rematch? I mean, was that in the plans?
Yeah, another thing that was in the plan was Teofimo. I mean, we threw out some names: Teofimo, Haney, Connor Ben. We had names out there, and just again.
Hey, Todd, facts, bro. They don't even. Somebody asked me that just on the phone a few minutes ago. Who was Oscar Collazo? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mill City, man. But let's hear what Ryan Garcia say. So far, Ryan Garcia's dad said Tszyu was in the mix. Yeah, the Devin fight, but he said Tszyu as well.
We got to put that aside for right now.
Everybody in the building.
I think there's a rematch clause with Brody
Everybody
too.
hit the like button.
So we've got options. But again, we got to take care of what we have in front of us. That's our main focus right now. And I'm telling you, we plan on doing that.
Reef, you stupid.
Tell me, knowing that Teofimo Lopez was an option, and now that he lost to Shakur Stevenson, is that a potential matchup that we can have like how it was in the amateurs, in the pros? I mean, is that reasonable? I mean, I know that he said that he needs a rehydration clause to go up to 147.
Yeah.
So I mean, is that something that you guys were, I don't know, willing to do?
I mean, that was in the past, but his father got online, kind of pissed me off too, like making fun out of Ryan, the way he fights and the way he throws his hook and all that. I mean, I don't know if he was drunk or what, but if he was, he should stop drinking it. And what he did with his son that night was just atrocious. It was horrible. I feel sorry for Tszyu, actually. And I don't even want to talk about him boxing for a while because his father really ruined his life. I'm surprised Devin Haney's father hasn't ruined him yet. But, it's just these are fathers that are so selfish.
See, nah, I gotta stop him real quick there, and I want to let Papa Garcia cook, but come on, man, we gotta stop doing that. Bill Haney took his son the farthest. What are y'all talking about? Am I missing it? Am I missing it, or am I giving Devin Haney too much credit? Did Bill Haney, as a father, take his son just farther than all of these guys? What is he talking about? He's still undefeated, 3-division champion. He in position to make other meaningful fights. How's Bill selfish? Bill even was willing. Bill took a step back. You get what I'm saying? He took a step back. Nah, man, he not ruining. I hate that narrative. That's a terrible narrative, bro. Bill Haney is not ruining Devin Haney, bro. Y'all bogus as hell. Y'all even pushing that. He ain't ruining. Them dudes winning together. I tell you what, when he was getting dribbled off the canvas respectfully by Ryan, cheating ass, Bill Haney was right there with his son. I tell you that. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't in the media talking about I told him I taught him the right thing. I told him the right things. He wasn't doing it. He wasn't in the corner asking him where his power and shit was at. What we talking about, man? Nah, man, hell nah. I'm standing with Bill on this one. Look, I ain't trying to come to nobody's defense, but real shit is real shit. That man is very successful being a father and guiding his son, bro. The people question him is y'all bogus, man. They're not gonna be perfect. Every move he make ain't gonna be perfect, but so far, this dude is in the best position he been in his life. What are we talking about? How's Bill ruining anything? Sound like him and Bill keep figuring it out to me. And when you're not a hater of boxing, you can admit that. They figuring this shit out. You don't see Bill in the corner lost like Tszyu Sr. You definitely don't see that. You get what I'm saying? And Devin Haney ain't popping dirty and shit like that. And then blaming it on everybody else. Come on, man. The nerve, man, y'all got to give Bill Haney way more credit than you do, man. Knock it off, man. Him and Devin Haney is that father-son duo is very successful. And they don't be beefing and falling out. And wild shit. They rock with each other. That shit is a mutual bond. I love seeing them dudes win and do their thing, bro. Just like I like seeing the Normans coach and do their thing, man. I was loving that tandem. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jason, man. But that was my little Bill Haney rant. Got to give Bill Haney a little more credit than that, bro. He ain't ruining Devin Haney. As a matter of fact, they keep positioning themselves for more fights, and they keep winning. And they proved a lot of people wrong in their last fight. You got to give them credit where it's due. Now, can Ryan make 147 pounds and win his first world title? Right? Because Devin Haney done won him in multiple weight, hit 3 divisions. He had them all at 35. Can Ryan Garcia? Can you guide Ryan Garcia to a title February 21st? Talking like this, you better, bro, because you're on a short leash, man. I'm telling you, I ain't saying everything Bill do is perfect. Everybody mess up, but at the end of everything, bro, they are a winning duo. They are at the top of boxing right now. You can say what you want, you can try to hate them out the door, but they ain't going nowhere. You want Devin Haney, go and beat him. You know what I'm saying? Beat him instead of hating. Beat him. You know what I'm saying? This shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, y'all gotta start giving these dudes more credit, bro. The Haneys are very successful, bro. You don't gotta like their style, you don't gotta like how Bill promote, but you gotta respect they winning ways, bro. And they business acumen, they get it done, bro.
You know, I've humbled myself. I had Eddie Reynoso train my son. I had, Joe Goosen. I had Derek James.
What? Devin Haney trained with more trainers than probably any of these dudes. What is he talking about? See what I'm saying? It's like you giving yourself credit for letting your son train, but he needed all these people. And then it didn't even make him a better fighter. You could arguably say Devin Haney working with these different trainers made him who he is. Took a little piece here, took some here, took some there. He a damn good fighter, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like that Bill been doing that. They've been doing that, letting them work with other people. They've been doing that shit. Come on, man. Like, again, you're going to pat yourself on the back for that and say you humbled yourself. Now, that's Bill been doing that. That's all I'm saying. Like, they just don't like that. They can't keep up with Bill mouthpiece. Let me just say that. Let me just put that out there. Most people can't go blow for blow with Bill when it comes with, going back and forth. They can't do it. So they just write him off or they tend to hate on him. Educated Jack, what's good? Shout out to Ty, man. Let's keep rolling, man.
Again, I'm still the assistant. I'm still his father, so I'm there. But I don't have the ego like they do. I don't do that because it's just you gotta take care of your kid. That's what you gotta do. And you can't put them under so much pressure. You know what I mean? You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't put your son under a lot of pressure because sons always value their parents, and that's a fact. We know that. But you cannot do that to your kids, And then what he did that night was just horrible, man. No instruction, just yelling, and you're gonna hate yourself. I think he meant himself, that he was gonna hate himself because I don't know, man. The guy, if he's a drinker, that's bad.
Facts.
He sounded like he was drinking when he did that video, but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I don't even want to see the father because he's embarrassing.
Facts, bro.
Tell me, did you see that fight playing out that way?
Well, remember I told you about Shakur? That I favored Shakur. I said, but a boxer always has the fighter chance. But in my experience, a boxer will always beat a boxer, puncher. You know, a boxer will always beat a puncher because of their swiftness, of their technique, and all that. You know, you got to really get to them. If you can't get to them, you're going to get hit, and you're going to continue to get hit. And that's exactly how it played out. You know, it'll be interesting to fight Shakur, Ryan and Shakur. That would be something that I would want to happen.
Do you feel like it could happen?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. 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 Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course. You know, of course.
How would that fight play out if
Right, Teach.
Shakur saying that he's kind of too small for some of these guys?
Well, that was Connor Ben saying that, you know, maybe he is, but I haven't seen Shakur lately up close. I haven't, you know, but yeah, because Ryan's tall. Ryan's tall, you know, and lanky, and Ryan's got, you know, excellent punches, good punches, you know, and he has a good rhythm to his punches. You know, you've seen it.
Yeah, would you guys do a 10-pound rehydration class to make the fight happen?
Well, if you know, here's a possibility, and this is the truth. This is what we talked about 2 weeks ago when I saw my son, you know, at 151, like last week, sometime. I was like, man, you're not too far off from the weight that you need to be in, 147. You know, I said, so we're a little bit too ahead of ourselves. You know, gotta just come up a little bit, you know, and just play it right, and which we're doing right now. But another thing came to mind was, man, we might even go down to 142 if possible.
Really?
Yeah, without rehydration. This is strictly 140. Because if Ryan's already there, I mean, our strength and conditioning coach will lock it in. Ryan will lock it in, and we're back to 140. Solid.
Huh, okay.
But that's a strong possibility. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you.
Even though you ain't been at 140, even though you ain't never make 140, but okay, we hear you. We hear you. We hear you. You heard that? I'm serious. I'm serious. Okay. Okay. Remember that. Core said he down. Look, I just like fights. Make the fights. I don't know which one of these fights gonna happen next, but I like the fact that his name is in the mix with several different guys, man. I think I'll watch any one of those fights happen. Keith,
and we talked about
OTB,
that.
My dog was good, bro.
Changes things.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pooh the Kid, man. My G. We still rocking and rolling for being a member 14 months. My dog, man. Real support. Shout out to my guy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Hey, behind the hands, don't tell him nothing. He out here, a big dog. He out here making, he cashing. He out here writing checks that they ain't gonna be the cash. Talking about 140. Ryan big ass ain't making no 140, but we gonna entertain it because his dad talking about how serious he is about it. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean this. I mean this 100% sincerely. That we could make 140.
Because when you guys fought Haney, you guys were not really, not necessarily you guys, but he was drinking, he was doing all these other things that...
Exactly, yeah, forget about that and forget about the Rolly, because I'm telling you, that was not Ryan. This is Ryan. This is Ryan. You're going to see Ryan. This is going to be Ryan. And you're going to say, man, he looks good. His weight is good. And his strength is unbelievable. So you're going to see it. And I'm going to tell you, 147 is not too far off from 140. So there's a strong possibility without rehydration calls, we could probably drop down to 140 with no problem.
And make the fight happen at 40 instead.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
And then you guys can rehydrate whatever you guys want from there.
I mean, you know, listen, this is another thing that I've been seeing, and this is kind of interesting, is that, yeah, you got to rehydrate, of course, absolutely. How far you can rehydrate? I would love to be over 7-8 pounds. Some go 10, some go 12, some even go 15. But they do rehydrate. But when you're in shape, in total fitness,
yeah, man, smash
I think
that like
the
button,
most you could hydrate is 7 or 8 pounds.
We got 80 people in the building.
I'm not kidding you. When you're in excellent shape, your body won't allow it because your body's so accustomed to being fit. It's just amazing the way the body works. And honestly, it's amazing how the body works. Your body will react to the way you've been bringing it down weight. Your body reacts to the results, and just like anything else, if let's say your body's really tight and all of a sudden you eat a lemon meringue pie, your body's gonna throw it out and say, hey, what the heck is this? Because your body's equipped to staying in shape, eating the right foods, like I said.
Yeah, this explanation suck. I'm not gonna lie.
All that. So it's just I don't know if your body will let you go that high. I don't think so. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it'll be more than 7-8 pounds. When you're that fit. So
your body
we're not even thinking rehydration clauses. Either it's 147 or 140.
Nah, hey, Core, you might. What they call it, them blunt EMP Core. Hey, Core, you might got another one. I swear this shit is funny. Hey, Core, you might got another one, bro. You might got another. Hey, man, now throw that bait out there. They done throw the bait out there, man. You might got another one on the hook, bro. Go ahead if you want to and make 140. Go ahead. Yeah, okay. He gonna do some shit he ain't never done. Bro gonna be dead on fight night. He gonna be talking. He gonna be complaining, making excuses. I can hear him now. I wasn't really healthy. He gonna pull that same shit he did with Tank. Core. The difference is when Core fought him in the amateurs, he beat him with his mom being a damn judge or a ref or whatever she was, one of the judges. Shit is crazy.
That's the truth.
So, I mean, that's gonna get a lot of people thinking like, hey, what happened to the Ryan and Devin rematch now?
Well, that's the thing, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Devin says yes, but have you heard the father lately? He keeps on saying, nah, we don't want it. We don't want it. Man, he knows us. I would honestly say that Ryan fights Devin Haney, he'll end his career.
Yeah.
People might disagree with me on that, but this is the truth. Ryan's very dangerous right now. He's totally focused.
How is he dangerous when the last time we seen him, he got dropped by double left by Rolly and outboxed? How what evidence do we have to? I mean, he always been dangerous, but that didn't stop him from getting beat up by Rolly. I don't understand what bro. He be selling it, bro. I expect to see a new and improved Ryan Garcia, bro, because Henry is.
Ryan fights Devin Haney, he'll end his career. People might disagree with me on that, but this is the truth. Ryan's very dangerous right now. He's totally focused. He beat Devin Haney, okay, when he was 30%. And I say percentage because I go by percentage.
He didn't beat him, bro. He cheated.
That Ryan, when he was fighting, when he was preparing for Devin Haney, he couldn't go more than 5 pounds. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. In sparring, he couldn't do that. He had to really pace himself. And what did it was the IQ. People might say, oh, no.
And he's sitting here telling us basically how unfocused his son was for the biggest fight of his life, trying to use it as a flex like they got to win and they didn't. But in the same breath, he telling you how dangerous and focused he is. Like you telling us the wrong shit. You telling us just how he just wasn't focused. So how we supposed to take your word for it that he fully locked in now? Wait ain't the only. That ain't the end of the battle, bro. Was he working? Do y'all got a game plan together for Mario Barrios, right? Like all this shit, he's saying some wild stuff, man.
Oh, it's the Ostarine. You know what? Bullshit. No Ostarine. Fuck that. There's no way. It's right here. Okay? It's right
who's
here.
that Ostarine?
You have it in here. You know, you're still who you are. You know, but that's the past. I don't dwell on the past. I dwell on what's at hand. And Ryan is in tip-top shape right now, and he's clean. Very clean and very fit.
Look. And
that makes him better. You know, but that's the past.
Who have you heard say that? He's very clean. Like this shit don't sound funny.
I don't dwell on the past. I dwell on what's at hand. And Ryan is in tip-top shape right now, and he's clean. Very clean and very fit.
What do that even mean? Like what? He's clean, very clean. Like I don't know, man. I don't like the way that sounded. I don't know about that one, bro.
In tip-top shape right now, and he's clean. Very clean and very fit.
Very clean.
That makes him very, very dangerous. I know my son.
So him being very, very clean makes him dangerous. You get me? That's where I'm getting at. By the hands, that's an admission of guilt. That's what that sounded like, bro. He said he could be talking drugs and alcohol. You all right. You all right. But some kind of way, it just don't hit the air, right? It's kind of like open to our interpretation. You could be right, could be the drugs and alcohol. But he's like clean, real clean. Like, what the what you mean by that? I need that Drewski clip. What you mean by that? What you mean by that? He's clean, very clean, very clean. Like, what exactly do that mean, G? What do you mean he's very clean, sir? Said this dude contradicting himself, something nasty. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Who that? My dog Jordan. What's good with it, homie?
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Crazy, big dog. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
All right. Yeah, I know him, and I'm telling you right now.
It could be alcohol.
I wouldn't fight him. if I was forced, I wouldn't fight him. The heck no. You know, he's very smart. My son's very smart. You know?
Okay.
I mean,
Pop.
When have you seen Ryan actually get hit? Tell me. I mean, really hit constantly. Like boom, boom, like a bobblehead, like Teofimo was getting hit. When have you ever seen that with Ryan?
When have you ever seen Ryan in there with somebody like Shakur? Never. So don't you can't compare that. Like that's not a good comparison, but I get what he's trying to say. But nah, that ain't gonna cut it. He ain't never fight nobody like that because he'd get pieced up too. He'd get boxed up.
Never have.
He'd get outboxed.
Nasty work, coach. He said like Teofimo was getting.
Tell your boss at work.
Well, I'm sorry, bro. That's the truth, right? I mean, the dude was getting smacked. You know, I mean, I like Tszyu, but you know, he didn't have any game plan. He didn't have nothing. His father was like, I don't know what he was yelling. He sure weren't giving instructions. You know, and I hope he wasn't drunk. I hope he wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's low key. I'm not kidding you. I hope he wasn't, because, man, that'd be stupid.
What the hell you mean that's low key? See, he out here talking about how he humbled himself, but then he keep putting the drunk stuff on T.O. Senior. See what I'm saying? You ain't humble yourself. You talking shit right now. You just don't realize.
He was, because, you know, everybody's talking about it. Even Andre Ward was saying, man, that's bad what he did. You know, so you hear, you know, a lot of people just, you know, just came down on the dad, you know, and, you know, if he did what he did, then, you know, he should be out of that circle, because you're going to hurt your kid more, you know, mentally. It takes a while to come back from that. You know, I'm not kidding you. It takes a while.
Yeah, that was definitely, you know, people are talking about that actually. Like, how is that comeback of Teofimo Lopez when he does come back? Because he could be possible damage.
He's similar.
Some people say, nah, he didn't take that much damage.
Oh, come on, bro. He took damage, just like Devin Haney took damage, okay? And I'm telling you, the father doesn't want Ryan because I'm telling you, it would be worse. It would be worse. I'm not kidding you. You know, but we got to follow the program. You know, whoever's next, you know, do it or whatever. I mean, you know, it's up to management, promoters, of course. You know, and
Yeah, because he said he wants to come to 147 now.
good luck to you. Good luck, brother. You know, because that's a one heck.
Y'all first fight at 47, y'all got beat. Like, I don't understand it. Was it catch weight? What was it? Was it you got beat? Rolly put belt to your ass. Your son.
I mean, it's like the whole world's there right now. It's like back in the day, you know, Hearns, Hagler, Duran, you know. Now, you know, I tell you, history does repeat itself. Now, you got some good fighters in this weight class. I'm not kidding you.
I'm not kidding you.
147 is no joke.
Why? Because Ryan.
Be careful. Be careful. You know, and the only one that I don't think can come down to 147 is Vergil Ortiz.
Yo,
He's
what?
the only one that can.
Bro, what the
But
hell is he talking about? Vergil almost died, and I'm not trying to be funny at 47, bro. What are you talking about? This man just said Vergil could come back down to 47 is diabolical. Man, Vergil go up to 60 before he go back down to 147, bro. What the hell wrong with this man? He bugged out, bro.
I'm not kidding you.
I'm not kidding
you. 147 is no joke.
Yo,
be careful. Be careful. You know, and the only one that I don't think can come down to 147 is Vergil Ortiz. He's the only one that can. But we all can move up to 154. Think about that.
Bro, his ass ain't coming down to no 47. Never again in life, bro. He'll never weigh that much in his life again, bro. Golly, man. Where he been at? See? Dudes just be talking. They don't really watch no boxing. Why in the hell would he come back down to 47? If that was the case, why did he move? Ain't no fight worth him going down to 47, especially when he got this Boots fight that we're going to talk about a little later, too, possibly coming on track for April.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
It's sometimes hard to come down, I'm not going to lie. But if you can, just stay focused, you know, do some serious conditioning, and you'll get there. But if you can't and you think you're good, to move up a weight class, you know. But if you got beat that bad, like Tszyu got beat so bad, why would you move up on weight? I mean, that's like what he did, you know. I don't know if I told you this last interview, but remember I told you the worst thing a boxer can do is that when he loses, switching to southpaw. Remember I told you that? I think I know I told you.
Yeah, he definitely just ran.
If you go back,
I
told you that.
Way short,
I
like
said the worst thing a boxer can do
Devin Haney, I believe,
when they're getting beat and they're losing the fight is to switch southpaw. And what did Tszyu do? Occasionally he tried to switch southpaw and was getting cracked even worse. Yeah, so why would a father allow something like that?
Remember, I gotta watch it.
I would have said, hey man, what are you doing? Why are you switching? You're getting beat. You're losing the fight.
But when Ryan was getting his rib punched halfway out his back by Tank, where was you at? What was you saying? What was the instruction in the corner? What was the instruction in the corner, fam? Like, come on, bro. What was the instruction when Ryan was getting outboxed by Rolly, bro? We want to know. Tell us. I'm asking for a friend, bro. Like, what was you saying to him in the corner?
Prediction on that, you guys.
You gotta hit him.
You know, very familiar with Duarte.
Hold on. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Back in that super chat. Appreciate the love, homie, holding it down. Said Ryan loses this fight coming up. I don't want to hear itch from this dude about his son ever again. Act like his son is Julio Cesar Chavez and Salvador Sanchez. Yeah, he's selling the product without us really seeing what it's going to look like, because the last time we seen it, it didn't look good. And the time before that, he was cheating. So it's like Ryan got to redeem himself, but he talking like Ryan got this clean slate and like he ain't got something to prove. Like he ain't just come off a disappointing performance, underwhelming performance. You get what I'm saying? Big upset loss. You get me to Rolly at that. And you talking about don't worry about that fight because that wasn't Ryan at all. Well, who the hell was it then? Because he damn sure was the one in there getting punched on.
And we ain't never got a box again.
Big dog, man. Henry be tripping, but this one like five minutes, man. He was talking about I think Haney and Core fight.
Ortiz is a bad dude. I hope Richardson isn't going to take him lightly. Oscar's no joke. Oscar is no joke. He's a step above Pitbull when it comes to coming forward. He's no joke. And he's got power. And he doesn't care if he gets hit. Trust me, man. Just like Pitbull, they don't care, man. They'll keep coming forward. But Oscar's a little bit, I think, a little bit more got a better IQ, boxing IQ. So he can do some damage to Hitchens. So he's got to be careful.
Man, I'm telling you, Hitchens keep his form, bro. He can box Duarte. All that pressure shit, yeah, dude could create some moments for himself. But overall, Hitchens better box the hell out of Oscar Duarte, bro.
And but again, they're both good, and I'm looking forward for that one. But Oscar is no joke. Oscar is no joke. He learned from Ryan. Trust me. He learned. He cannot take anybody lightly, and that was his mistake. Calling Ryan Queen Ryan and all that shit. And we heard that with Mario Barrios and them. That's a big mistake, man. Ryan keeps that in the back of his mind. You're going to piss him off.
Devin Haney put on his story the other day that him and Shakur Stevenson will be one of the biggest fights in boxing. A lot of people... No?
No, it wouldn't be a big one. No. It'd be like a chess match.
Just because it's a chess match don't mean it'll be a big fight. It won't be a big fight. Tszyu and Shakur played out like a chess match. What the hell is he talking about? Big fight and chess match is not even like, what is he? Seriously, yo. Seriously, bro. No disrespect, Henry, bro. But you swear you sound like you're a little out of touch, man. I ain't trying to be funny.
No,
it wouldn't be a big one. No. It'd be like a chess match. It would be. You gotta have one than the other. You gotta have like a Duarte and Hitchison. You're gonna have something like that. You gotta have something like that.
And Tszyu is more of a boxer at 40 than he is a puncher. So all that Tio's a puncher shit, yeah, once upon a time, but he ain't been punching like that, respectfully. So he more of a boxer at 140, and that was a chess match, and that shit was sold out. So I think Shakur and Devin Haney would do well because of where Devin Haney is at and how he stood the test of time and proved people wrong. Much like Shakur Stevenson, they've been kicking ass, man, and you put them two together, it'll be a phenomenal chess match, I'll tell you that. Would it be a big fight? I think so. How big is the question? I don't know, but I think it'll be an impactful fight for boxing. I ain't saying it's about to break numbers and none of that, break records, but I think people will truly tune in to watch that. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
Yeah. That's what you got to have when it comes to boxing, or else you're just going to waste your money. That's the truth.
Do you feel like the Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson fight was entertaining? Was worth the $70?
It was worth it when the press conference was going on and all that. It was good. I mean, we liked it. I don't know why the dad was dancing and acting like a kid, but when the fight happened, you saw one-sided. It's like the fans got robbed. But hey,
they didn't get robbed. They didn't get robbed. Tszyu just got his ass beat. It was a fair fight. Nobody got robbed. People got their money's worth. He just said it was with the press conference. It was worth it. and then turned around and said the fans got robbed. I'm telling you, yo, I'm not trying to be funny. This dude been contradicting himself for 2 videos straight.
Man, I like the other guys that were fighting. You know what I mean?
He ain't asking you that.
I mean, didn't you see their other fights being entertained? I mean, they're entertaining, right?
Yeah. What was your thoughts on Tszyu Carrington? Tszyu
bad
knocking
dude.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad dude. That's nice. Ryan likes him too.
Boxing
Yes,
report
I
was
heard
good,
that.
man.
I heard that.
Ryan likes him.
Shakur is just shopping for the big fight, for the biggest fight he can find. I mean, how do I know that? That's pretty much what he said. That's why you hear him entertaining fights with guys like Ryan Garcia. Pitbull, maybe it's a chance he would entertain that because he fought Lamont Roach there, and there's people that think he won or whatever the case. Be good enough for Lamont and Tank. You good enough for Shakur. Do I care to see it? No, because we could have been got that fight, and Shakur would have just outboxed him. And I don't know how much credit he get. I don't know, because you know how you're going to box him, and people probably complain. So why even waste your time, especially if you can get a guy like Ryan, if he's able to get a win. Like, you know, get what I'm saying? That's a name. I think he just want to try to get them names in there with him. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's a name, he'll fight him.
And even
Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis, who we knew in the amateur days. You know who would always beat Keyshawn? They would always rob him. You know who that was? Mark Castro. Mark Castro was up and coming. And I felt bad for Keyshawn, man, because I was there a couple of times. And it's like the reason why he lost, because Mark Castro would throw like 100 punches, just nonstop.
Marcus was good, homie.
Some of them were effective, some of them weren't, but they were just on Keyshawn. But Keyshawn's very smart. But there's some times where people would boo Mark Castro. And I like Mark Castro. But the thing is that Keyshawn
beat the hell out of Mark Castro right now.
I could see it that his style was more pro style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what it always been. That's what it always been. That's why he's doing so well now as a professional versus, you know, you seeing Andy Cruz just went through his first tough fight and lost. He ain't got the natural pro style. I think he's
more pro style in the amateurs.
We're going to see that play out more.
Lord and behold, who's the one that rised up? You know what I mean? Keyshawn. You see Keyshawn more than Mark Castro right now, right? And
he got
there's a difference between who can make it from the amateurs to the pro.
I just don't see why they would want to entertain that fight now if they didn't want it before. Maybe because he feel like it's a bigger fight, possibly. You know, because things change. I think that's what all these dudes trying to do. They're trying to get names on their resumes and try to make big fights.
That's how you know. And when I saw Keyshawn, and I also saw Shakur, you know, we saw Haney, you know, Vergil Ortiz. We saw them all, you know. We saw them all. We saw them all. And we knew that, hey, we were special because boxing is a cycle. You know, it's just a cycle. And you're going to say that, hey, in a few more years, 5 more years, it's going to be us, you know. Back then, we're saying it's going to be us. And that's exactly what it is right now. It's us.
What's your thoughts on Keyshawn Davis calling out Devin Haney after stopping Jaron Ortiz in the 12th round?
It's funny, like he's completely disregarding his son's shortcomings. Like, let's not make no mistake about this, and I mean this respectfully. I want to give Ryan his credit, but right now I can't give him credit for appearance that he hasn't made yet. You sat here and talked about how he'll go down to 140 and fight Shakur. He's never made 140, sir. You just said Vergil Ortiz will go back down to 47. I know you out of touch. I know you out of touch to say something like that. Then you talking about how dangerous he is and how good he looked because he finally got his weight together. He should have his weight together. He's a professional, bro. He's getting an alley-oop off the backboard. No disrespect to Barrios. Let's not make no mistake about this. He got embarrassed in his last fight, and it was an upset. And he was disappointing, underwhelming, and he didn't do shit with that left hook. That Tszyu was clowning. Tszyu Sr. was clowning. Then he gets beat up, injured, inactivity, and pops back up off the fake ban with a boost from the WBC straight into a title shot because they feel like he can sell tickets. Stop acting like he earning these spots, man. Like, look, And y'all know me. I'll give everybody their credit. But in this particular situation, that would be being fake. Ryan didn't earn his way to the spot that he got right now. The welterweight division is lacking big fights and names. And with him being one of the guys with a Instagram and social media following and somebody they deem a ticket seller, they're going to put that man in the driver's seat to get fights. You get what I'm saying? And that's what that is. He's not getting it because he's been so disciplined and so dangerous. You just talked about how he couldn't go more than 5 rounds in sparring. You just talked about that. He had to pace himself and all that. You get what I'm saying? What are we talking about? You want us to ignore his shortcomings and then praise him for a performance that he hasn't put together yet. When he step up, he's taking losses. The bigger fights on his resume, he's lost. And this is another one. So now you got your chance as a father to help coach his son to a world championship. Let's see how easy it is. Let's see if you're able to do it. Because the time that he was supposed to fight for the title, he blew weight. Then he fought Tank and was dumb enough to not make 135 and 136 instead. So you got some explaining to do, man. And that's why I say when people question Bill and if he ruining Devin, they're winning. Bro, y'all got to catch up. Y'all got a lot of catching up to do. Devin is lead. He running laps around y'all right now, respectfully. You got a lot of catching up to do. And part of catching up will be securing your first world, actually making weight February 21st and securing your first world title over Mario Barrios. That might not be easy for you. You know what I'm saying? But it's that, man. We've been paying attention to boxing, bro. Your son has not reached his maximum potential because he lacks discipline and focus. Boxing, one thing about boxing, you can't just lock in for one training camp at a time when you feel like it and think that's going to fix the problem. If you don't work hard, you don't work hard. Get what I'm saying? And you probably low-key hoping that Bill Haney don't want the rematch because I'm telling you, without that juice, I'm telling you, and with a different game plan and mindset, Devin Haney going to box you, embarrass you, beat you on points, and you're going to be sick. I'm telling you. In a perfect world, justice for Devin the Dream Haney, he win this title at 47 and get that man his lick back. But if he not going to fight him, I hope Mario Barrios put his foot up his ass. Straight like that. And I've been saying it and I'm going to keep saying it. You know that belt going home with them. That's how they talking. Damon, what's good with it, bro? Nah, I popped up. I was a little late. We got over 130 people in the building. Hit that like button, y'all. Sub to the channel. Let's rock, man. Son of God, what's good, homie? So, yeah, man, his dad be selling a lot of, he's selling us the ideal that Ryan is this dangerous, fully focused guy. So I'm going to just try to take him at his word. I'm going to expect to see a fully focused, in-shape Ryan Garcia, disciplined, great game plan, great coaching, right? Because you criticizing Bill, you criticizing Tszyu Sr., and that's the thing. You might want to be careful with how heavy you criticize them because your son is about to be up at bat. It's about to be his turn. And you better not fold again. You don't win this belt, you don't win this fight. I don't know if Ryan Garcia ever becomes a world champion in boxing.
Well, I would like that one instead. Yes.
Keyshawn and Devin Haney?
I would like that instead. Now that's a fight. Yes.
Talk to me.
Because, now you got somebody that is not only at your level, but the guy is going to come forward just like Ryan. Ryan, what he did to Haney, And these people are going to come. Their boxing IQ is really good. See, and that's something that, it should happen. It should happen. That would be an excellent fight. Now, that will be entertaining, and people will pay for that.
Hold on. What, nobody testing for where? For this fight? For Barrios and Ryan? It better not be that. It's a title fight. It better be some testing. For real.
People
That's
will
going
pay
to
for
be
that.
wild. No testing is diabolical.
More than Haney and Shakur.
Mario Barrios would be a fool to go into this fight with no drugs.
That other one is about money.
Stupid.
This one is about a fight, a real fight. And that's the truth. That's my opinion. And you could criticize me and whatever. It doesn't matter. But that's what I see. Because I know the father, how he thinks and all that when it comes to, fighting, somebody is not going to be not a power hitter, what I mean? Come on. Doesn't that make sense? Why would the father pick Shakur? I how many knockouts that Shakur had. You know what I mean?
What the hell
The
is he
dude ain't
talking
fooling
about?
no one. Come on, man.
Don't you put your son in there with Shakur?
Think about
right?
that.
I'm
Think
sick
about
of this. How many knockouts your son got? How many losses he got? Seem like you focusing on the wrong column. How many losses he got? Because he got a couple of them too. How many losses Shakur got? Yeah, you count the wrong column, bro. We count them W's. You get what I'm saying? What is he, 25-0? What Ryan is? How many losses he got? Got his rib punched into his kidney and halfway out his back. And he had him on bended knee like 10 Tebow. Had him on his boys the men wave. He was down on bended knee, bro. Know what I'm saying? He got his way up out of there and then cheated in the biggest fight of his life after blowing weight. Get the hell out of here, man. You gotta be careful how you criticize people. Your son ain't got no clean sleep, bro. He don't got a clean sleep. You just damn near sounded like you admitted that he was dirty once upon a time. How you gonna say he's focused this time? Yeah, he's clean too, real clean, and I mean it. What do you mean real clean? So you mean once upon a time he wasn't real clean? And I'm thinking when he say that, he talking drugs, alcohol, liquor, everything, man. Shit just sound crazy, man. He sure got his finger pointed in these 2 videos, man. But yeah, up at bat, February 21st, you better make it happen, bro. No body testing. Man, yeah, no body testing is a crime. That shit should be illegal, right? At this point, especially for somebody that tested positive before. Anybody fighting Ryan,
you don't have
making them test is a
power
fool.
hitter in front of you. Shit, you're gonna love that fight. It's gonna go a distance. And in that case, may the best boxer win. But not gonna be fireworks. They ain't gonna get that. So that's why I said it's all about money with them two.
Was Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero fireworks, y'all? Was that shit fireworks? Hell nah. And the one fight that you could have stood on and could have bragged about, y'all blew it. Not only did you blow weight and miss your opportunity at a world title, you blew it because you had Osterine in your system and y'all didn't hold the man accountable. You didn't hold your son accountable. Y'all got layup off of Dev. I know y'all feel like y'all got the ups because y'all got it off when y'all fought, but you cheated. I'm never going to forget that. And it just don't count. I'm sorry. Yeah, he took the punishment, but he bounced back. He got a couple wins since then, and you blew the rematch. This is the shit that annoys me. He talking about how Bill don't want it. Let's talk about who ruined the rematch to begin with. He didn't fulfill his end. Devin won, and he did. Get what I'm saying? Ramon, what's good with it, bro? Shit is weird to me. Got outboxed by a
Keyshawn
Davis, right? A guy that
and
they
a
call
Haney.
trash.
Now you're forced to fight. You know what I mean? Now it's like, okay, let's make this happen.
We better see a different Ryan JP the way he talks.
And they all have the blueprint on Haney already. You can't be too shorter than him. Don't do that because he's got a good jab. He's got a good height, and he knows how to punch. But if you're tall like him or taller, got to punch, he ain't gonna want you. No way. No way. It's not gonna happen.
Tell me, what rematch do you think Ryan wants more, the Haney rematch or the Rolly rematch?
Well, right now we would say the Haney because that's what people want. Remember, in this world, you have to give people what they want. I don't want them to say, "Oh man, no, I don't want that. I don't want that." Even though they might buy it, but when people say Ryan Haney 2, their eyes open, like, yeah. Everybody wants to see that one.
Yeah.
Well, he just said Bill don't want it. This dude
and I would go that direction. That will be a fight. Just don't bring me that stupid referee, Harvey Doc. Don't bring him around. Shit.
Don't bring no Osterine either, and make weight this time, and no cheating, no magic pills, no sensu beans and shit. None of that. You get what I'm saying? No pulling up on white horses just to blow weight. No drinking fake beer and all of that. If it was fake, none of that. Remember, we want to see this super clean Ryan that you talking about, this fully focused Ryan, this new and improved Ryan that you just sold us in these 2 interviews, bro. Get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, make the fight. You like 1 minute you say you trying to say Bill don't want it when y'all blew the rematch, and then you like when you say Ryan and Haney too, and everybody wants that. All right, then. So what are you talking about? Man, in the perfect world, man, beat Barrios and give Devin Haney the rematch at 47 so he could get a belt, unify with you and beat your ass. Or go to 40, like you said, and give Shakur a shot. Get in there with Corey and get boxed down. I'm telling you, big dog.
Wicked. He's wicked, bro. You know he is, bro. I can't wait to see him, man. I tell you, I gotta be very calm when I see him. Cause I might be disrespectful. I don't want to be, but my heart says different.
He says my heart feels different.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now you mentioned something. I don't mean to go off track, but you mentioned something about the interview with Joe and Mario Lopez and that Chinaman. You know,
Yeah.
the one that never liked us. He never liked us.
Shout out to Mill City, man. Papa Garcia. Papa Garcia sold a hell of a game that you know, Ryan Garcia is gonna be this new improved version of himself. Flossie, what up, Brody? How you feeling? Saying that during Black History Month is crazy. He gonna learn the hard way, man. He gonna learn the hard way.
What's up, nigga?
Remember this?
I'll beat you and him both at the same time.
Nah, fuck on. Hey, Cole, fuck on. Hey, Ryan, why you keep talking down about black people, bro? For real.
Nah, bro, that's old news, bro. Everybody knows
this.
that wasn't even my thing. You already know. I ain't gonna try to bring that up. Don't try to start that narrative. I ain't on none of that. That shit, we were just all joking. It was stupid.
I fuck that nigga. You gonna fight me, nigga?
Bro, I will drop you, bro. I'll make you shit your pants.
Fight this nigga drunk?
Crazy. We talking to two drunk motherfuckers right now, cuz we can't take him serious.
Who that fat nigga right there? Get off his dick, nigga.
He got that BBC.
Oh, you gay. Hey, fight me at 140, nigga.
No, 144.
Crazy.
I'll do it.
44? Fuck it, come on,
bro,
I'm
come
with
on.
it.
I'll fight you at 144.
Hey, fuck it, I'm with it, nigga.
Bro, I'm banning boxing.
Oh, they banned. Oh, I forgot they banned you. Why you was cheating, bro?
Damn.
Bro, sorry, Sugar. Now you know that why I did not cheat to beat Devin Haney, bro.
Sure.
Oh,
What is that? Tequila?
I'm gonna take a shot with you. Bro. Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I think you're cool.
Nah, I think you cool too, bro. Yeah, I still gotta whoop your ass though, my boy.
No, it's fine. Hey, you could try though. You could.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
You could try. Alright, you could try.
Alright, whoa, stop that shit, bro.
You could try.
Hey, I'm gonna touch your body, nigga.
Hey,
I'm gonna touch your body, nigga. And you don't like body shots.
I'm gonna end up shadow boxing. I'm gonna be like, yo, where's
gonna end up shadow boxing? He know he's gonna be fighting the ghost, nigga.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'll bite your balls off. I'm not kidding.
What?
I'll bite your
Nah,
balls.
bro, get this nigga out
No,
of
I'm
here.
being real, bro.
He
I'll bite
wildin'.
your balls off. Bro, can everybody stop saying I'm doing cocaine? I don't do cocaine. It's alcohol, marijuana, and shrooms. Honestly, I think
You said shrooms?
bro, it literally like makes you think at a higher level.
Yeah, and I played that for a reason, just to take y'all down memory lane, but to also highlight, man, he out here talking about alcohol, weed, shrooms, beer. Bro, hell nah. Wasn't he doing the what was the hallucinogen shit too? Wasn't he off that? Nah, hell nah. That's why shit like that is why he'll get beat. And the fact that he's not the most disciplined when it comes to his craft. He don't lock in the way he should. So look, that was them talking about that way back then, talking about fighting each other, you know, a possible fight. It's just funny how you fast forward to now, it's being somewhat of a conversation because, you know, those couple of clips I just played, that's the most that I've ever heard his dad speak about even entertaining a fight with Shakur. So, look, man, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this day was going to come for Shakur. I knew he was just going to keep winning. Whether people like it or not, he's going to keep winning. And he's going to keep putting himself in position to be an even more meaningful fight for these dudes. Now you got guys talking about big fights and shit like that, going down to 140 to fight. You get what I'm saying? He got fights. He got options a little bit from 35. It seemed like the 47. You know what I mean? You just got to play his cards right, man. I don't know what fight going to come to fruition. I would be surprised if I seen a Ryan attempt to go actually pursue a Shakur Stevenson. It's easy to talk that shit, but Ryan on some real, like his only shot to me, only shot is a knockout. I mean, he has to land the shot. He has to. Like there's no other. There ain't no outboxing. I don't see that. I see him getting cooked if it's a boxing match, of course, right? He'll have to land that money shot, and I don't know if he'll do it. Southwest, what's good with it, fam? Mike Kirkland, my brother, what's good, Mike? How you feeling? Shakur and Keyshawn, I don't really got no thoughts on it, bro. Because look, as a fight fan, if they mutually agreed to fight each other, I'm all for it, bro. I ain't against seeing them fight. But the only reason I don't care for it is because it's not something that neither guy want. And how good of a fight are we gonna get when two guys don't want to fight each other? We see how good fights could be when two guys actually want to fight. So what you think a fight gonna be when two guys are telling you like, nah, that's my brother, right? We can't even be sure that we'll get the best possible fight. We don't know. And again, if they was with it, I'll watch it. You get me? I ain't against seeing it if they was with it, but I just respect the dynamic of they friendship, man. They rock with each other through and through. They don't want to fight each other. So, and I feel like they got bigger fights outside of one another. The interesting thing about it is they're not on the same path. They're not at the same point in their career. Keyshawn at a much earlier point, right? So it's not a demand for them to try to have to fight each other. It's just something that people are talking about because they see what Keyshawn doing, they see what Cord doing. And to me, be honest, I don't think people care to see the fight as much as they care to see one of those two dudes lose. I've said it all along, like, people don't really rock with Keyshawn. They don't support him the way they should, in my opinion, right? That dude a phenomenal damn fighter. He got that bud mentality, man. He want to hurt you in there. You get what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for Cord. They don't like his style. They want to see him lose. So they figure two birds with one stone. It's a win-win if you could see them two of boxing most hated. They could put the Bash brothers in there together and make them fight each other. People would be all for it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, like I said, man, if they do it, I watch it. But I ain't pressed. I ain't pressed because, like I said, you want guys to fight each other that want to fight each other, right? Versus two guys that's letting you know, look, that's my brother. I ain't putting hands on him. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt if it happens unless they offer them life-changing money or some career high payday type shit. Other than that, it's just gonna be a conversation in the wind. And one more thing I want to put to bed, man, because y'all kept like, on and on and on and on and on about the 25% this and that, 25% this and that, right? So y'all forgot that Bill was doing his mixtape rounds around that time and he went on the Boxing Voice. So I'm going to play this clip. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is for everybody out there that said anything about 25%. Here you go.
So what was the money? What was it, 25% of what?
He ain't tell me that. Just like so you ain't going to tell me that.
No, but I'm saying is, so what is 50?
And real quick, y'all, and I'm going to play it again. Bill came on, y'all, and said the same shit that I've been saying to these idiots for the longest. He came on talking about 25% of what? He didn't even know. You want somebody to sign a contract for 25% of nothing is crazy. No boxer is signing a contract without knowing how much money they're getting paid unless they're a damn idiot. Y'all people have no common sense when it comes to putting fights together. That's why they're able to manipulate the way you think. Telling somebody to agree to 25% without knowing how much money is in store is ridiculous. It's foolish. So look, again, watch how he bury himself. Watch this clip, how it go left.
So what was the money? What was it, 25% of what?
He ain't tell me that. Just like so you ain't going to tell me that.
No, but I'm saying is, so what is 50% of what then?
Whatever the pot is. Y'all know what the pot is. You know. That's why you offered him 25. That's why he want 50.
Don't
know. How do I know what the pot is and I have a shop to fight?
What you mean? You said it yourself when you first got on here. The promoter gives you the number.
Listen, Haney fans.
Ness, I don't know what you and Devin is going to get until you and Devin decide behind the scenes.
This is father telling y'all.
It's about to be a fight. And then I can go shop the fight, right? And see what I can get, right? If I know Ness, then I got to give you $1,000. Well, Devin, how much do I got to give you? Well, I want a percentage of what we get when we go get it, right?
This shit was a gimmick, man. PR move, bro.
So this is even worse, Bill. This is even worse. This means there was never no deal.
Shout out to Ness.
This means you was trying to get him to agree to 25%, then go to Bob, then go to Eddie, then go to.
Shout out to Ness. Exactly. Y'all all sitting here telling a man to sign a contract to a fight that he has no idea what kind of money he gonna make. Y'all telling him to wait for it after he shop a fight. It don't go like that. That's how I know y'all don't follow boxing for real. You want a guy to sign his name on a dotted line for a contract and he don't even know how much money it is. That's that same bullshit PR move, very similar that they pulled with Gary Russell Jr. all them years ago. Sending that bogus ass paperwork, man. I rock with them, but when it's flawed shit, I have to call it out. I don't have no issues with them as a team, but that type of shit is smoke and mirrors. I ain't mad at them because they playing the only card they could, and it's worked for them still to this day because they got people questioning 25% when the first thing that man said is 25% of what? I've been telling y'all that. He has no idea. Ness said, man, that's even worse, so it's no deal. You want him to sign a contract and then you gonna shop the fight? What kind of sense do that make? No offer, no none of that. You missing the point, bro. You missing it. All that shit was self-explanatory. If that wasn't self-explanatory, if you still trying to over-explain after this man didn't even know, he didn't even have the particulars. Nobody's assigned, no offer, whatever. What are you talking about? Offer contract. They wanted him to sign it. They said he should. What does taking the 25% mean? Accepting the offer. Am I right? That's what are we talking about? That's what they wanted him to do. 25% of what? And he has no clue. He didn't know how much the fight was worth. Talking about he gonna shop the fight around. That's bullshit, man. And again, who was putting up the money? Y'all not being very smart. Who was putting up the money? He talking about shopping the fight around. Who was putting up the money? How they making offers and don't know who's putting up the money? Make it make sense. Yeah, I'm telling y'all logic goes out the window for your favorite fight. I'm not a fool. That shit was bogus. I was like, bro, what? Nobody signs a contract. They don't know what kind of money they standing to make. And they just waiting for you to tell them, oh, it's 25%. Oh, it's 4 belts. Y'all don't know which one y'all want to push. Should he take 25% or should he take it because it's the 4 belts? Come on, man. Y'all know that shit was bogus. Y'all know nobody signing up for that. Shout out to Aaron. And he didn't send the bottles. He didn't send the bottles. That's a little, he didn't send the bottles personally. So see, you got to do your homework. You get what I'm saying? They needed to negotiate. And that's the thing. They was never willing to negotiate. Educated Jab. Thank you. Mind George was good with it. Rome was good with it. 25% is not going to be the highest. In fact, shout out to Rome. Facts. And he didn't even know what it was going to be, bro. Cut was good with it. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Irvin, man, come on, bro. We asking fighters to be dumb. Try that shit with another dummy. That man, his team ain't no damn fools. They not no fools. They not going to fall for the bill shit. I'm sorry, y'all. We love the Haneys over here, too. Love all these boxers. We support them all. But nah, we weren't going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe, bro. We seen a very similar situation with the Gary Russell fight when they was sending bogus-ass paperwork and trying to get him to sign for more than one fight. Sneaky little underhanded shit. He wasn't no dummy, man. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Mind George, you get me? Hold on, I got you. Just for my guy. That man got the meanest ice grills in the game. Yo, man. Oh, man. Talk to him, Marcus. That's why Bob was like, shit ain't have no substance. But he was saying he going to shop the fight around. He just said it in that clip. He exposed himself. They was trying to put the cart before the horse or whatever that saying is. Y'all know how I go. That's what they was trying to do. Trying to manipulate a guy into signing up for some shit where they can manipulate the chessboard. No dummy and no smart fighter in their right mind would have signed on for that, bro. No fighter. Nah, bro. Nah. Hey, nah. You can stay away from it, John Wick. I'm a content creator and I stand on business, bro. I know exactly what I'm talking about and I'm not a fool. You got the evidence from the promoter to say that clip was self-explanatory. I swear it's nothing. It ain't even nothing else to discuss. You heard what Ness is fair to them. He likes them, but he told them, yo, this sound bad, bro. So hold on. You wanted them to sign first and then shop the fight? Tell me when you ever heard of that. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You use your brain, bro. It don't work like that. That fast talking shit didn't work. It don't work, man. You wasn't going smart. You wasn't going maneuver somebody into some dumb shit, bro. That's all that was, man. I'm telling you, it doesn't go like that. Fights don't get made like that. Nobody's signing for a fight, accepting a percentage, and you don't even know what it's a percentage of, man. That's just common sense. Nobody's signing a fight not knowing what that bag is going to be, bro. What's the incentive for taking any fight if you're a prize fighter? Your money, bro. You don't know what your money going to be. You not doing it. I don't give a damn what you say. Nobody signing on to something not knowing how much they get paid unless you're a fool. Telling you, bro, it just don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using a lot. And notice, I'm not saying nobody is scared and ducking. I don't do narratives. I'm just focusing on what he's saying. You have a big platform. Shout out to the Boxing Voice and Nets. You got a big platform over there. You got thousands of people listening to them. And he telling them in front of all them people, man, this shit sound crazy, bro. Like, damn, he was trying to stall them out. But he like, bro, like, tell us something. And he like, bro, this shit just sound like you was trying to pull a fast one. That's what it was. Shout out to Mike Kirkland, always supporting the grind. Funny but true logic goes out the window for some of their favorite fighters, man. I'm telling you. And when y'all see me do that, abandon logic for any fighter, especially a favorite fighter, call me out. You'll never see me do it, bro. I just know it don't work that way. Nobody's signing on for that. Mike Kirkland, man. So I really want to see Shakur is Devin. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. You know why I can say it's a PR move, bro? Do you know why I can say? Because that's exactly what it was. First of all, you made an offer with no real intent because your son posted his goals of fighting Loma at 35 and then going to 140. Remember, he posted that little flex. He never said nothing about staying at 35 for additional fight to defend Undisputed. He never said that. He was done the minute he got out the ring with Loma at 35. You see this picture right here? This picture should have told you everything you needed to know about his stay at 35. Al Booger was good. It was done. It's a PR move because he didn't want to negotiate, and it was an offer made in bad faith. It was an offer made in bad faith. It was something just to give the fans so y'all could run around and say, yo, he made him an offer. It was no real substance behind it. I just played a clip. That shit should have explained everything. You just told a man you expected him to sign on for a fight, and then you was going to shop the fight around. But you forget that they was online saying that Shakur not taking this fight, if he would have took this fight, he would have made more money in this fight than all his fights combined in his professional career. You don't remember they was saying that? That was a fucking lie. They was telling you Shakur was about to get 8 million and Devin was going to get like 16 or something. Wow. You telling me who's going to pay 20-something million dollars for this fight? Because Undisputed was on the line? Go ahead and tell me another lie. That's why it's a PR move, because I got common sense. You can tell that it wasn't no real intent behind that shit. Smoke and mirrors, my friend. I'm sorry. That's what that was, respectfully. I'm not dissing them to say that. I just know a good PR move when I see one. And why I keep giving them credit for it? Because people like you still can't see that it was a PR move, even when you got another platform that try to give him the platform to explain his story, and he can't explain as to why you would want somebody to sign on to something without knowing how much money they making. You got to ask basic questions, and you can get all the answers, bro. Basic questions. It tell you all you need to know. That was bad faith offer, and the fact that they wasn't willing to negotiate should have spoke volumes to the boxing world. Come on, man. Can't get in there with the most accomplished fighter you're fighting a date talking about you don't want to negotiate. Come on, man. It's crazy. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Just Do. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all, we still got over 100 people. Hit the like button, sub to the channel. Shout out to my brother, Cal Coolett. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a clue. Hey, Cal, he came right on asking a question. Remember, Cal, I've been saying it forever, bro. One more time, man. Got to. One more time, and we're going to move on. We're going to keep it pushing. One more time for the one time, though. Just to get it on your mind. You hear him say it, not me.
So what was the money? What was it, 25% of what?
He ain't told me that. Just like so you ain't going to tell me that.
No, but I'm saying is, so what is 50% of what then?
Whatever the pot is. Y'all know what the pot is. You know. That's why you offered him 25. That's why he want 50.
Wait a minute. How do I know what the pot is and I have to shop the fight?
What you mean? You said it yourself when you first got on here. The promoter gives you the number.
Ness, if I listen, Ness, I don't know what you and Devin is going to
Exactly.
get until you
Look
and
what
Devin
Ness telling me.
decide behind the scenes that it's about to be a fight, and then I can go shop the fight, right, and see what I can get, right. If I know Ness that I got to give you $1,000, well, Devin, how much do I got to give you? Well, I want a percentage of what we get when we go get it, right? What do you mean?
If you can't hear bullshit,
so this is even worse.
Look at the long silence.
This is even worse. This means there was never no deal. This means you was trying to get him to agree to 25% to then go to Bob, then go to Eddie, then go to
Cooking, man. Nice, man. Let him cook, man. I'm mad the clip cut off right there, man. But shout out to him. That was an old topic. I just wanted to put that to bed once and for all. If somebody ever asks anything about 25%, I'm not entertaining it. That was it. I think that answers everything. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, if the man being asked straightforward questions can't give you straightforward answers, in my experience, in my 39 years of living, that means you full of shit. Full of shit. Trying to control the narrative. I'm asking you straight questions and you giving me runaround. And you're answering questions with questions. That's mean you're not being honest, bro. It's not hard to figure that out. But this is boxing for you. This the game, man. You gotta get behind the narrative, bro. You got to. And I respect him for doing that because I understand what he's doing. I get it. I mean, I get it. I don't think he got to go about it that way, but I get it. I get it. You got to make the people think that, y'all want to fight any and everybody. But the thing is, I do think they will fight any and everybody, but I think the situation got to be right. I don't think they just jump in there with any and everybody without it absolutely making sense, obviously, right? Like any other fight. So, I don't know, man. That was something to think about right there, man. That was something to think about, but I think that puts that to bed, bro. It really, really does. It really, really does. And let me take this picture off, man. Shout out to Dev, though, man. I rock with Dev. Think what he doing is good at 47. Be interesting to see what the next big fight for all of these guys are. I mean, they all swarming in or around each other to a degree, whether it's a weight class or so separating them. So you just never know what fight gonna materialize. I think all of these, these guys are unsure about what their next for sure opportunity gonna be, right? Like we feel like the next fight for Devin is Ryan Garcia, but how could we be sure? What if Ryan lose this fight? Do y'all see Devin fighting Ryan if he lose the Barrios? So we can't say for sure that that's his next fight. I know it might look like they throwing Ryan an alley-oop off the backboard, which I think that's what they're doing, but it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. 25% of cap is crazy. Aaron, out of Core and Dev, look, that's a true chess match. It's a true chess match. You got two of the best pure boxers in the game. But I think that night you will find out the difference between really, really good and generational talent. And I think Shakur Stevenson is generational talent. So that's the guy I got winning in a good fight for sure. You know what I'm saying? Dev ain't going easy. Even in his roughest fight with Loma and Ryan, if you want to count Ryan, he battled hard to the end with both of those guys. You know what I'm saying? He secured the Loma win, I believe, with the 12th round. And, he was getting, he was on the shit end of a bad fight with Ryan, but he fought to the bitter end, kept getting up, and he fought to a split decision. So, you know what I'm saying? Much respect to him. Big shout out to my homie, man, Big Drop Dre in the Cash App, man, showing love, man. Much love to you, Big Drop Dre. My dog, he says support. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love. And shout out to Big Dre back in the Cash App again, supporting the grind. Much love to my dog. Appreciate you,
and
Dre.
we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. Got Barrios over Ryan. Yeah, man. I think he can pull it off. I don't think you can count him out. I just got to see what kind of Ryan is getting in his actual ring to fight. You get what I'm saying? I got to see if he really this guy that his dad say he is. If not, I think he's gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna be in trouble. But another fight that I did want to discuss that I hear is on track for April in Vegas is Jaron Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz. I do hear that's on track for April in Vegas. It looked like they didn't give up on the fight. I seen Vergil Ortiz management speaking about it. He said never give up or something to that effect. He had made some type of Instagram post basically alluding that he wasn't giving up on making the fight. So I guess they still on par for pushing that fight through. It seemed like the lawsuit worked. It seemed like maybe Vergil shook up some trees with that lawsuit. Seemed like he got some straightening, you know what I'm saying, to Oscar De La Hoya. Now Oscar De La Hoya is talking differently about this situation. Like he went from trolling Eddie Hearn and trying to one-up him to, he's willing to do whatever it takes, whatever Vergil wants. So it's, to me, I've always maintained, I told y'all, I never thought it was Vergil that wasn't wanting this fight. I thought it was the team or the handlers. CJ, what it do, homie? I thought it was them stopping it from happening and coming to fruition. And we kind of see that that's the case. You get what I'm saying? Let's see it, man. Let's see it. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, man. Ain't fast. Yeah, they still gonna argue it, bro. They still, it's crazy. That's why I played it one more time. To argue it is diabolical at this point. When the man himself can't explain the reason you would want somebody's signature on some shit is wild. Like straightforward questions require straightforward answers to me. It's a super chat party. Much love. Shout out to everybody supporting the grind. Everybody in the super chat and cash out. Big shout out to Al.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Al, but appreciate you. Say don't matter what it's saying matters. Yeah, man, the law of the governing bodies. Yeah, man. It's crazy when you try to get somebody a low ball offer and people like, yeah, accept it because of the belts. Because you ain't got to get punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? Some guys get duped out of, duped into taking that shit sandwich. And I just don't think Shakur Stevenson was gonna be one of them dummies. I never thought that. You're not gonna out hustle him in that room. I just don't think. In his team, not on no BS, you're not gonna get him on that. I just don't see it. So it is what it is. Hopefully, we can see one of these fights materialize. Ryan got a fight coming up this in February toward the end of the month. Let's see what he do. Is big implications with a win for him. He could put himself in a spotlight. He could become the first, world champion for the first time. He could change. He really could single-handedly change his career around with the right kind of win over Barrios. Let's see how committed he is based on what his dad said, and let's see how serious he is about either that Devin Haney rematch and or entertaining the fight potentially with Shakur Stevenson. We heard a lot of guys say that what they'll do to him, but we ain't seen that shit yet. And when it's time to put ink to pad, they always come up with something. So we'll see if Ryan stands true on delivering his first championship, him and his pops, and let's see who he's going to defend it against if he does win. If he takes a loss, I don't know where he goes. I don't know where he goes from there. You know what I'm saying? Back-to-back losses, and that you didn't deserve the opportunity, it's going to hit different. So we'll see. But as far as Vergil and Boots, y'all, like I said, shout out to my dog, the plug, L Boxing. Man, he dropped a little info in my lap, let me know that things is looking on track for this mega fight at 54 for one of the best fights in boxing. I think both guys wanted it. I think this situation is proving it. The fact that the manager never gave up on the fight is a good thing, but he was talking out of both sides of his mouth at one point, demanding wild amounts of money. He said something like 10 million or something at one point. So it looked like they all kind of had a hand in stalling the fight, but ultimately, by Vergil's moves, that told me that it seems like Oscar was the issue. It felt like Oscar was the issue. Oscar was the guy holding up the fight, and he went to go sue. And then Oscar changed his tune. He went from, like I said, trolling Eddie Hearn and clapback Thursdays or whatever he was doing to I'm willing to do whatever Vergil wants. So something had to work in Vergil's favor. Hopefully that leads to the fight happening in April in Vegas. They saying, it's a big fight. They need to put it in Vegas. I mean, look, may the best man win, but I already told y'all, man, and one mixtape Boots about to tear 154 up. And I'm telling you, it really starts if he can get Vergil Ortiz in the ring. I think it'll be a phenomenal fight. Look, Vergil ain't no easy out for nobody. But I just think Boots got some things that Vergil don't got that's going to lead to him having a tough time dealing with him. You got to think the only thing people banking on is Boots having maybe some leaky defense, getting caught with a big shot, possibly getting knocked out. But if you talking about boxing, you don't got Vergil out boxing Boots. You got him winning by stoppage more likely, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Man, safe travels on the road, Cal. Safe travels on the road. And anybody that might be traveling while they're in the building, hit the like button, and we're going to keep rolling. So, look, let's see, man. I'll if I get any update further than what I just got, as far as it being in April for Vegas, that's a perfect time. That's the birthday month, man. Come on ahead, Boots and Vergil. That's a Vegas fight too, man. That's worth it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't know what that is, bro. I don't know what that is. And I rock with him heavy too, Jordan. Like, I go to bat for him on a regular basis. Him and his pops. Even though people be going in on his pops, I be showing much love and respect to them dudes. But I just know what PR is when I hear it and see it. When people can't give you straight answers to shit, they're not being honest. Simple. It's not much to figure out. It's like, okay, you ain't being 100. All right, bet. PR move, bet 100%. You know what I'm saying? Y'all knew y'all was done at that weight class, because then your fan base was crying about the only reason Shakur wanted to fight him is because he was drained. He's a hypocrite and backstab. They was saying all types of stuff. He's a coon for getting in the ring with him the same way he had gotten in the ring with Loma at the Loma one. It was crazy. I just never understood it. Never understood it. But hey, man, let's root for it. Boots and Vergil, April. Seemed like 2026 is delivering for boxing, and I like the direction that it's headed, man. Let's keep rolling, man, because we got to talk about it. Gats to talk about it, man. Errol, the Truth Spence, man. They saying Big Fish is back, man. They said he coming back in July, man. Both of these dudes had, Errol Spence only the one tough loss. He lost to the best fighter in the world. There's no shame there. Tszyu done got his ass handed to him multiple times. Like, he had the hole in his head against Fundura. He got stopped against Bakram. He was shell-shocked. He looked like he knew where the hell he was at. And then the rematch with Fundora, he got his ass beat there. This is a crossroads fight for both of these dudes for obvious reasons. Tszyu with the multitude of losses. Errol Spence, obviously, if you've been out the ring for about 3 years or so and you come back and you lose this fight after being out for so long, that'll be a back-to-back loss. What's the likelihood of you trying to continue to push in boxing? I don't know. So it's like a crossroad, right? I don't see why you would want to even try to keep pushing it. If you come back and lose to Tszyu, I would think it's because you're not the same Errol Spence, and that's going to be tough. So, look, I'm with you, Jordan. I'm just about to say it. I like this fight for both guys for the same reasons. They both took in tough losses, multiple for Tszyu. They tough guys. They got action-packed style. They got fan-friendly styles. It fits the bill for an Errol Spence fight, right? He's telling everybody he don't want tune-ups and stuff like that. We know he ain't taking no tune-ups, so he's stubborn. He is who he is. He the truth for real, right? So this will be proving it. If he can come back off a damn near 3-year hiatus pretty much and fight a tough, rugged, sturdy guy like Tszyu and get a win, I think that could give us a lot of answers to the questions that we got about Errol in terms of should he keep going, right? Because you know that everybody already writing him off. They saying he finished. Andre Rozier was just doing an interview recently, and he was talking about Errol Spence and how he feel like he shouldn't fight no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, people making heartfelt, sending heartfelt messages and praises out to this dude because they don't want him to fight. People want Errol Spence to hang it up. Stubborn, man. And look, I don't mind seeing him try his hand in the ring one more time after losing only once to, like I said, the best fighter in the world, man. The time off could have did his body some good. I mean, Keith Thurman was a guy that dealt with injuries, inactivity. He took a loss, not as nearly as bad as Errol Spence, but nonetheless, he took a loss. He dealt with a lot of inactivity, right? And He came back. Now, I get it. It's Brock Jarvis, not a world beater, but still new weight class 54. And he looked pretty damn good. He looked rejuvenated. He looked good. So he got a fight coming up as well with Sebastian Fundora. And that's going to answer, I think, every question you still got about Keith Thurman. Any question you still potentially got about him, I think is answered on fight night. And I think the same thing for these two in the picture with Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu. And I think they had a little clip with Mike Coppinger talking about this. Let me see if I got it in here. Y'all.
So we haven't seen Errol Spence in the ring since I believe it's July of 2023. Yeah. I'm told by sources that we're going to see Errol Spence back this summer.
Thank God.
And that it's going to come against Tim Tszyu. That they both signed contracts for a fight. And it's really a crossroads matchup, I think. Tim Tszyu obviously has not looked his best. He had lost to Fundora by stoppage last year. He was stopped by Bakhram Murtazaliev. But still a mighty popular fighter in Australia, a quality fighter, a former champion.
I respect him. Mm-hmm.
So I'm told Tszyu's going to have a tune-up first in Australia, probably next month in March. But then after that, they already have a deal in place to meet. And we'll see. Does it take place in Australia? Does it take place in the U.S., where Spence is a big star in Dallas?
So there you go, man. I mean, they got some options on where exactly they stage the fight. QT was good with it. Win or lose, Spence always going to be my guy. Yeah, and like Jordan said, look, I'm rocking with Spence. I put my money on Big Fish. Like I told y'all before, it's only one Terrence Bud Crawford in boxing, and it was, and he retired. You get me? I know he been off hella long, but I put the money on Big Fish, man. You know what I'm saying? I know he want to get back. He looked like it had to be a reason that you still staying around the gym, staying in shape. Yeah, it could just be for the love of the sport, but come on, EJ, we know you trying to get your way back because we keep hearing these little announcements and things, and I think this one is the most legit out of any comeback that we got. And on top of that, there's some talks about him being in Philly with Bradman Edwards possibly, training him. So look, I'm all for this, man. I don't throw guys away at their loss. I know it was a bad loss. It's a lot of inactivity. Like I said, you got guys pleading with Errol Spence not to come back and different things like that. Dude was good with it, cuz. Said I got Big Fish for sure. I'm telling you, I'm rocking with EJ on this one, man. Hey, he lose, oh well. I know where he at. Shout out to dude sending them gifts, man. Y'all send the gifts too, man. Shout out to Big Deal sent a gift too, man. So shout out to my guys. Still 100 people here. Hit the like button, y'all. We're gonna keep building. This is a good fight. I think why is the best news out of any of these other updates that you got pertaining to Errol Spence? One, it kind of fits the bill in terms of what Errol Spence is looking to come back, right? You don't really call Tim Tszyu a tune-up per se, right? I think even with the losses, you could look at him as he could be a bit of a risky fight, right? Especially when you got a lot of the same questions looming and surrounding you that he has, right? They got similar questions, and I think as boxing fans, we get a lot of those questions answered. So I think it's a win for us. We get to see Errol Spence back. You heard the reaction when Mike Coppinger said Errol Spence coming back. Dude was like, good. Like, dude still want to see this guy. They rock with him. He still got a fan base. They interested in what he got to say. There's been some talk about Charlo. So look, it's still people out there. And shout out to y'all for not throwing y'all guy away. For people that's Errol Spence is your favorite fighter. He's one of my favorites too. I rock with him. Shout out to y'all for not throwing them away, because I understand it's a large amount of y'all that's still out there that feel like Errol Spence can make a run at 54. I've heard that argument as recent as a couple days ago with people like, man, I got Spence doing X, Y, and Z. So look, they still believe that he can come back and be a factor, a threat. What division? Obviously, it's going to be 54 against Tim Tszyu in July. This works, whether it's in Australia or not. And it's crazy. They saying Tszyu will take a tune-up fight in Australia prior to their bout. Oh, okay. I was about to say, damn it, they call it Errol Spence a tune-up bout? That's crazy. I thought they was calling Tim or Errol the tune-up, but nah. They saying Tim will take a tune-up bout before he fights Spence. So that sounds like legit. You get what I'm saying? They want to see what Tim Tszyu still is after him getting his ass beat the way he did. He took some tough losses, man. The Fundora first one with the hole in the head, that was brutal, bro. He was fighting. He had PTSD the next time he got in the ring, bro. As soon as somebody touched that head, he was pawing at the head like he was bleeding. So right now, I think the loser, man, I don't know what the loser gonna do. I think if Errol Spence, if you lose this fight, I think you seriously possibly contemplate retirement. Because I think for him to lose this fight, and Tim Tszyu is a credible guy, he's solid. He's talented and all that good stuff. Come from a father that fight, right? That was a hell of a fighter. But let's be honest, man. Errol Spence loses this fight. Errol Spence ain't Errol Spence. You get me? There's people that feel like the reason he lost his one and only fight is because he wasn't Errol Spence. So he can't afford not to be Errol Spence in this fight. He needs to be Errol. He need to be EJ. He need to be Big Fish. He need to be the eye collector and all that shit. He need to put belt to Tszyu ass, man. I'm telling you. And with their styles, I don't think there's no way we don't go out there. I don't think there's no way we lead this fight without getting all the answers we need from these dudes. Because how they fight. Neither guy is a fleet-footed guy. They're not going to use the ring and utilize footwork and angles and all. Nah, Spence coming straight to you, and so is Tszyu. It's going to be like two trains on the same track. It's going to be a matter of attrition, probably who in better shape, who won it more, right? Who got less wear and tear, who could take the better shot at this point in their career. We don't know. The last time we seen Errol Spence, he was in there at 47 to Terrence Crawford getting dropped with jabs and shit, right? Just looking totally all balanced and just not in good shape at all. So I think this fight is fireworks, and I like it. I like it for both guys. I really do. It's all good, babe. I like it for both guys, man. Shout out to my baby girl always champion. Yes, send the gifts. We got merch. We got the shirts. Hit the like button. Sub to the channel. We still got about 130 people in here. Hit the like button, y'all. Tszyu fan, but old Spence turn up too much for Timmy. That's why I think the way Spence mixes it up to the body in rare form, along with utilizing establishing that jab, makes him a more sound fighter than Tszyu offensively. Right? I like his attack more than Tszyu, but Tszyu got some creativity to him too when he get in his bag, man. Tszyu could fight. And I think he's a little better than what people try to give him credit for in terms of boxing ability, right? Dude can fight. So, and he tough, he rugged, but he has wear and tear. So it's going to come down to who could take a better shot. How much the wear and tear affected Spence? Did the years off hurt him or help? That's a real question. It looked like it helped Keith Thurman a bit, right? You know what I'm saying? So Shakur can't fight. He fell. Sure. Ill Will, my dog, man. My dog was good with it. Nah, I'm gonna have to time you out for that, buddy. We can't be putting fake news and just false narratives in the chat. Shakur Stevenson ain't failed no drug test. We're not doing that. You definitely came to the wrong platform to spread lies, bro. That ain't what we do over here. If it really happened, bro, trust me, I'll be one of the first people to talk about it unapologetically too. And I'll go at it 100% just like I do with anybody else that pop hot. But we ain't gonna put the jacket on him, bro. He ain't never failed a drug test in his career. We ain't doing that. But back to regular schedule programming. So like I said, y'all, this year is turning out to be a damn good year for 26. I like it, bro. I really do. We getting better fights. We getting more clarity. We getting the pound for pound list being shaken up. Guys moving up spots. Guys swapping. Guys falling off, right? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. I'm hearing a lot, man. A lot of different matchups. And this right here could be possibly one of the best ones. With him getting closer to solidifying who a trainer is, I think that was something that possibly kept him out the ring as well. You can't come to the dance if you ain't got a proper corner, right? So, he spent pretty much his career with Derrick James. We see how that split went, and it seemed like since then, Errol Spence been kind of shopping for different looks of different trainers. And like I said, I heard he was in Philly with Breadman. So I like Breadman. He know his shit. At this point, I think Errol Spence is who he is, right? As a fighter. I don't think a trainer makes or breaks him, right? But I do think, just like in any corner, the right trainer could be a potential X factor, right? But I just think Errol Spence at this point, though, for the most part, is who he is. He not about to reinvent himself. He not about to change his style. Errol, he gonna establish that jab, and he gonna go to your body. He gonna try to snatch your eye socket if he could. We know what Errol coming to do. So when people say like what trainer he need to go to, and what one, this one or that one is good or bad, I don't really think that's gonna be that much of an issue. I think as long as he's comfortable, I think as long as his trust there, and they allow some adequate time to prepare and work with each other, think it's going to be what it's going to be. You get what I'm saying? At this stage in his career, you get me? He just needs somebody to, sharpen him up and prepare him, make sure he on point. But Errol Spence is who he is at this point, and he's a hell of a fighter. And like I said, Terrence, that bad man that beat him in Terrence Bud Crawford just retired not too long ago. So until I see another one of them, I ain't nowhere near as worried for Errol Spence as I was, knowing that it was a chance he could have went up against Terrence Crawford in the rematch when that whole back and forth was going on. So let's see it though. Let's see it. I'm all for it. Let's see it. Like I said, I wanna say Errol Spence gonna go out here and pull this out. Shout out to Al Booger, man. Appreciate the gifts, bro. Shout out to my guy. I wanna believe that he'll go out there and get it done. But that's wishful thinking, because truth be told, I don't know what to fully expect, but I will say this: if he's better off or in better shape, like right, if it ain't just him looking good, right, he's actually in good shape and the time off has done him well, I think he got a significantly good chance at winning this fight. I think if he's compromised from the layoff and obviously it's any type of layover effect from the loss against Terrence Bud Crawford, I think the writing is on the wall for our guy, Mr. Big Fish. And I wouldn't be mad if he hung him up if he was to lose again, especially in a bad fashion at any sort. But we putting that good energy in the air. This is the kind of fight that he was looking for. I think this one is dangerous, but I don't think it's as dangerous as Sebastian Fundora for obvious reasons. You've seen their two fights. Sebastian Fundora is like fighting a damn shooting guard, man. That box like or something, bro. So I think that would have been a really tricky, weird fight for EJ. Despite how good he is, we know he the guy, but man, Sebastian Fundora out here utilizing his reach out, he establishing his jab, man. That would have been a really dangerous fight. I think that got a little more danger to it because of all that damn height and him just being an anomaly in the ring. Like, who do you even spar with to prepare for that damn tree? I would love to know who keeping sparring with to prepare for Fundora, bro. And shout out to Zoom. What's good with it, bro? So how recent is this? I thought bro was retired. Now this is now. This is now, Damon. This is now. Yeah, this is now. This up to date. And I had played the little quick clip from Mike Coppinger. Just for anybody that didn't hear it, bro. Still got 130 people in the building. Make sure y'all double tapping the screen on the vertical side. Y'all hit that like button. It's free. Let's run the likes up. If you're on the horizontal side, make sure you hit that like button, y'all. But let me play the clip for anybody again. It's short for anybody that didn't see it.
So we haven't seen Errol Spence in the ring since I believe it's July of 2023. I'm told by sources that we're going to see Errol Spence back this summer.
Thank God.
And that it's going to come against Tszyu. That they both signed contracts for a fight. And it's really a crossroads matchup, I think. Tszyu obviously has not looked his best. He had lost Fundora by stoppage last year. He was stopped by Bakhram Murtazaliev. But still a mighty popular fighter in Australia, a quality fighter, a former champion.
I respect him.
So I'm told Tszyu's going to have a tune-up first in Australia, probably next month in March. But then after that, they already have a deal in place to meet. And we'll see. Does it take place in Australia? Does it take place in the U.S., where Spence is a big star in Dallas?
And there you go. And not to look too far ahead, but we fight junkies, bro. We fight junkies. I ain't trying to put the cart before the horse. I ain't trying to speed up too much. But y'all already know it's been some back and forth a little bit with Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo. Not saying the fight is going to happen, but I know for sure if Errol Spence come back and he looked the right kind of way and he gets past Tszyu, I know people going to start talking about, hey, Charlo, what's up with the Charlo fight? Because you hear Charlo start talking about how there's no friends in boxing. Then he start calling everybody out. Then he called Errol Spence out. Errol Spence said he wants some money, man. So I don't know. That could be a potential fight. I mean, both of those dudes are at similar points in their careers where they seem like they're at the tail end. Jermell Charlo seemed like he's been trying to get back in the mix for some time now under the right situation, and maybe an Errol Spence fight would be the one. Who knows? In the perfect world, maybe. He said he got sparred with Buddy from Street Fighter. You stupid, bro. Say he look draining. Ooh, guys, I'm sure Spence had a lot of information and shit. Spence been in shape and training. Got high hopes for him at 54. It's a lot. There's quite a few people. You ain't alone, LWell. It's quite a few people that got high hopes for that man. And rightfully so, right? Like, one fight shouldn't be a death sentence. If nothing else, bro, I would love to see him come back and get his hand raised one more time. I really would. I really would. I think it'd just be something dope for boxing. I ain't gonna lie. I think Errol Spence winning another fight in this sport would be a great thing for this sport. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I really do. Breadman is known to be able to prepare his guys and have them on point and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get this. I think all systems go. Like I said, it seemed like the stars are aligning now because you're starting to get some of the answers to the question, right? Or is Errol Spence in shape? That's check. You seeing him in the gyms, check. You hear him talking about a trainer with Breadman Edwards, check. I'm assuming that legal situation with him and Derek James is something either on the back burner or maybe they resolved it. And seems like he can now focus on his next fight, which seems like it's going to be Tszyu in July now. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Can't wait to see it, though, man, because, like I said, I'm rocking with EJ, man. I want to see him pull it off. I want to see him pull it off. Let's keep rolling, man. I seen a clip with Keith Thurman, right? And then they asked, the Mr. Suspicious guy asked him about Devin Haney. And again, I like to hear this stuff because Devin Haney's name is just coming up everywhere now because he's winning. And that's what winning does. When you're winning and you keep winning, they start putting you in other divisions. They start matching you up with different guys. And that's what he kind of did right here with Devin Haney. So this is what Keith had to say about your guy, Lord Devin Haney, the water walker.
Devin Haney just came on and said, yo, Xander Zayas is unified. He got 2 belts, pretty much saying like he wants to come up to 154 and take those belts. Would you be willing to get in there with Devin Haney?
Oh man, I told Bill Haney before I couldn't tell him on the phone that they were going to give me the Tszyu fight and that I was happy with the contract that was coming my way. Yeah. He was on the phone. He said, Thurman, how much do you want? We respect you, but we want to fight you. I believe in my son, this, that. And I said, this is before the Ryan fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said, Bill, at 147, you need to slow down. You will get your son hurt. I said it first. I promise. Yeah, don't got a reason to lie, you know. Me and Bill had a nice conversation. He said, I'm tired of talking to you, Keith. I think I need to get off the phone. You're making me doubt myself. I said, you need to listen to me, but do what you want to do.
So you let him know first already.
You know, I let him know that, you know, welterweight division is a painful division. You know, moving up to 54, it's even more, you know. Now, the only thing he has a very talented, defensive, skillful, athletic fighter. Yeah. Right?
Skill, yeah.
But who did he just beat? Brian Norman?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I mean, look, like, was Brian Norman a Sean Porter?
Nah.
He didn't even have that kind of dog in him.
Nah, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
You got some young cats coming up right now, like Xander Zayas is just unified. What do you think about that? You think he's at your caliber? Even at this age right now, you think he's at your caliber? A lot of people saying, like, he's all, like, hype just because he's, you know, representing Puerto Rico. What do you think about that?
You know, I mean, you want skills and hype. You want both.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You want skills, you want hype, and that's what makes things exciting. Like, if we don't hype up the next kid, then who's gonna be the next superstar?
Exactly. To make the big fights.
Who's gonna be the next superstar? You're gonna keep no, he's not really ready. That guy over there who beat 5 different guys, he's not ready for nobody either. You know what I'm saying?
Like, never gonna face the big
boxing's
guys.
got the weirdest critics. You know what I mean? We got the weirdest critics, you know. This boxing critics belong on Ripley's Believe It or Not. You know what I'm saying? You know? So
I level with Keith. You ain't lying. Yo, people be talking crazy. So that was just a little conversation that he had back and forth with Mr. Suspicious or whatever they call him. And that's what he had to say. Look, I said this before. I knew this was coming too, especially after he got back in the win column. You was gonna start hearing Devin Haney's name be put in the mix with some other guys fights at 54. I mean, you can't blame nobody for mentioning anything at 54 because his dad is on the record for saying that we could be fighting at 54 right now. You get what I'm saying? So I just knew it was going to be a matter of time before somebody asked him about a fight. Facts, Mike Kirkland. One thing about Keith, you can say what you want. That man knows boxing. He a smart dude, bro. And he's smart in the ring. Shit, he a smart fighter. He's smart, period. When it comes to this sport, Keith Thurman know his shit. He know his shit. That welterweight division a little bit different, but he like 54, just a whole different beast. Whole different type of beast, bro. You don't even need your ass beat like that. So we'll see. Xander sounds like an option for Dev. He got options too. He's been winning. That's what winning does. It puts you in the driver's seat to make other fights. He seemed like he could potentially fight, maybe try to get a unification, the winner of Barrios and Ryan, possibly, right? Get that mega rematch with Ryan Garcia. I don't know. You got the Shakur Stevenson conversation looming, right? You got the Xander Zayas thing. You like, man, Xander got 2 belts. You sound like you interested in trying to be in 4 divisions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, seem like you know what I mean? A lot of y'all dudes is daring to be great. So, look, I'm here for it. I want to see what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what you was asking about Xander for. Right. Every time, yeah, hell yeah, he's smart. Hell yeah. You see, hey, John Wick, you see he ain't been down yet with a body shot. Keith Thurman. See, he ain't been down yet with no body shot. Keep bodying as weak as people think. It's just he human, right? And that might be his Achilles heel, but you got to really do some damage to Keith, or he gonna recover and he gonna get on that bike and get you. You know what I'm saying? I like Keith, man. I like Fendora too, but I low key because people be doubting Keith. He get a lot of flack for being an injured fighter, an inactive fighter. I want to see him knock Fendora out. I would love to see him dial back the hands of time and knock him out. Be that one time in the ring on him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I love to see it. Not gonna lie to you. I love to see him go upside his head and kick his ass. Love to see him kick his ass. Hold on, y'all. Let's get to it, man. Hold on. But my guy just sent me this. And this was a conversation that we was having as well about, the news hit about the WBC stripping Shakur for the title at 135 with the whole sanctioning fees thing. And my guy just sent me a clip of Chris Mannix. Looked like he was talking to Mauricio Suleiman, man. Questioning Mauricio. Let's see what he had to say, man. Shout out to my dog for sending this. Let's see what he had to say.
Nominal is worth $120,000.
It's worth $1 million or $1. It is not about the money.
It's a big difference. Well, it's about the money to him. It's about the money to Shakur.
Well, he chose not to continue as WBC champion, and it was his decision. It is not about the money.
Logically, is anybody happy fighting for?
Then what the fuck is it about then, Mauricio? Because why you trying to shake that man? What is it, 7 months after he just paid y'all? What you mean it's not about the money? It could be $1 or 1 million. When people say shit like that, you see what I'm saying? That's bullshit. It could be one. It's not $1. It was 100,000 of them. As a matter of fact, you gonna say that dumbass shit after you just tried to shake Terrence Crawford down for $250,000. It's not about the money. Y'all goofy as hell. He made his decision. Y'all made y'all fast as hell. You didn't even think about making unifications down there at 135 and making money with the belt with him. You didn't even think about that. Y'all here trying to extort these fighters and shake them down to call themselves a champion. You mad because he made a fight without defending that title? He just fought the #1 guy. I don't think he owed y'all no more money. Hell no. Let me start this over. My bad, job. Damn, he be pissing me off. He just don't come off as an honest, genuine person. It's not about the money. It's exactly about the money. That's why we here. Because I'm pretty sure if you was charging Shakur $1 for the fucking belt, he would have paid it. Now you talking about $100K for a belt that he didn't even defend? He like, man, hold up, bro. $100K for what? I'll get that to my daughter. And I'm with him. I agree with him for that. You bogus. Y'all just got money. Talking about $1 or $1 million. That's a big difference. Go ahead and tell Shakur, hey, you know what? Hey, man, we'll reinstate you as champion. Just give us $1. We don't need the $100K. Man, you get what I'm saying? You might get $100. You get what I'm saying, though? But just to say some shit like that is just unnecessary. That's when you know somebody is not being sincere or genuine. When they say bogus shit, 1 million to or million or $1 is an enormous difference. The hell you talking about? We ain't got to do $1 million. $1 to $100,000. It's a big difference, bro. It's a big difference. I wouldn't have paid y'all asses.
Do you really believe that the WBC's involvement, however, nominal, is worth $120,000?
It's worth $1 million or $1. It is not about the money.
It's a big difference. Well, it's about the money to him. It's about the money to Shakur.
Well, he chose not to continue as WBC champion, and it was his decision. It is not about the money.
Logically, is anybody happy fighting for interim titles?
All of them. Otherwise, they would not fight for the interim.
Because
title.
they think it's a step to the next one. They think they're getting ordered to fight for a full title.
Why does it have to be on your times? I don't tell you how to do your job. My job is to be the president of the WBC, which involves many
You hear this
things.
bullshit? Listen what he just said to Chris Manning.
Otherwise, they would not fight for the interim.
Because
title.
they think it.
When you put up resistance to the system, this is how they come at you. They always go left. It always go somewhere else. He's not telling them how to do his job, but he's just trying to get some understanding, some straightening as to why did you strip him? And then the first thing you do is try to downplay the same money, but you was charging him. You did a $1 million or $1 don't make a difference. It do. First, it was $250K for Terrence Crawford and his highest payday. Now you heard Shakur made his highest payday, and you needed a little piece of change off that too. It's crazy work, bro. I don't like this WBC. We be crooks. Y'all got that right. Whoever came up with that, y'all got it right, bro. Chris on his helmet, bro, and I love it. Man, Mike Kirkland, like my brother behind the hand said, man, this dude is single-handedly destroying the 4-belt era. It's not Jake Paul. You get what I'm saying? It's not Turkey Alice Sheik. You get what I'm saying? Keep it a buck. And he'd rather extort fighters than have these dudes represent his title. Get that weak ass shit out of here. No, I'm not in support of you extorting fighters. And you can't even give a guy a straight answer as to why you, out of all people, deserve money. The only sanctioning body. Yeah, it's always y'all, man. It's starting to look like a recurring theme to me. Then it's, man, this shit just, it's not a good look at all. I don't care what he say.
They think it's a step to the next one. They think they're getting ordered to fight for a full title.
Why does it have to be on your times? I don't tell you how to do your job. My job is to be the president of the WBC, which involves many things that you cannot imagine.
I was actually, to be fair, Mauricio, I was on your side. I was on your side.
Being the champion, moving up in weight, and being a champion gives a element of positive and value.
I think Shakur Stevenson was number 1 at 135. Teofimo Lopez was number 1 at 140. That's all that mattered. I don't think anybody gave a damn about.
That's all that matters for you.
Man, shout out to Mauricio. Where the rest of this conversation at? We need it, bro. Hell
Do you really believe?
I mean, not Mauricio. Shout out to Chris Mannix. Shout out to Chris Mannix, bro. We need the rest of that conversation, bro. He was on his ass. And you see how they get agitated when you ask them, when you confront them about their bullshit rules and system that they got in place that they can't even explain. He can't even explain it. He can't explain it. He says it's not about the money, but he just start talking about positive value with him moving up to 140. So you seen value in him having that fight. So you seen fit to try to charge him some extortion fees. And he was on top of that shit. Get out of here, man. He told Chris, why does it have to be on your time? It's not on our time. But you run around here handing out interim titles to everybody. You get what I'm saying? That's like Oprah giving out cars and shit at the show. You get an in title, you get one, and then none of these dudes don't end up being the champion. That's why they fight for the interim title. If David Benavidez probably would have known that he would have never got a shot at Canelo Alvarez, he'd have probably said, the hell with them interim titles. Miss me with that shit. Dudes have no problem calling themselves an interim champion because they think that puts them in line for the actual title, like Chris was trying to say. But he gonna sit his fat neck. Let me chill, yeah, I'm gonna chill. He gonna sit his ass up there and act like he don't know what he talking about. You get what I'm saying? You gonna sit up there and act like you don't know what that man talking about. He ain't trying to tell you how to do your job. He's trying to understand how it is that you do your job, because this shit ain't making no sense. That's what he was asking you. He was grilling you and you didn't like it, bro. And right now, with these recent moves, the shit with Crawford, and now this with hold on, he struck out the bullshit with Crawford. You backed Ryan Garcia and gave him a title shot off a loss, inactivity, and cheating. And now you strip Shakur Stevenson. That's 3 strikes, you out of there, bro. It's starting to become a recurrent theme. You care more about making money for your fun or whatever you got going on than these fighters representing themselves as a champion holding your WBC title. That money matters more than anything. Because if it didn't, you wouldn't have stripped him. And you did that shit immediately. What was this, like 7 days after he had the fight? Make it make sense. No heads up, no nothing. You don't tell the man beforehand, hey, man, you go up there and take this fight. This going to cost you $100K. You get me? Probably still would have let the belt go, but you didn't do it the right way. It's nasty work. And you probably just assumed that because he was making money and good money, that he was going to be willing to pay you again. And he outed y'all asses by letting you know, I already paid y'all. I'm not paying you twice. No. You ain't have shit to do with this fight. Take your little funky ass belt. And I feel him, bro. I feel him. I can't lie. I feel him. I feel him. At the end of the day, if that's what it's going to be, that's what it's going to be. Hendor was good with it. You ain't shaking me down for no bread, bro. It's facts. You get what I'm saying? Arguably got boxed down every damn round. Neutralized, dropped. Then after cheating, messed up the rematch, and then he gets backed by the WBC and this Mauricio Sulaiman, who's going to bat for this guy like he changed his life around. You can't make this shit up. Trying to justify him getting a title shot off a loss like we don't know it's about ticket sales and making money. This dude is all about making money, and you know what? If he would just be honest and say that, I think people would respect it a little more. They probably won't 100% still agree with it, but people will be able to respect it. He always downplaying the money, but notice both instances he tried to downplay the money. $250K and then $150K for Shakur. You talking about $350,000 and he running around here acting like it's $350, like it's $3.50, talking about 1 million or $1. It's not about the money. It's definitely about the money. It's definitely about the money, because had he paid it, he would still be the WBC champion at 135 pounds. Y'all don't care about the best fighting the best and making the best fights. Y'all only care about getting paid. It's clear as day. If that's not true, you're going to have to change my mind, because I don't believe y'all give a damn. You backed up a cheater that never held himself accountable. He got beat up, upset, dropped, embarrassed, and went into hiding for a minute, and then came out reinstated with the WBC with a world title opportunity. Yeah, okay, WBC. Yeah, it ain't about the money. Yeah, Ryan Garcia getting a title shot off a loss after getting embarrassed by Rolly and getting outboxed by Rolly. Yeah, that shit ain't about money. It's not about the money, Mauricio. Dr. Boxing Talk, my dog, was good with it. Ryan was fresh off a WBC suspension for racism. Still, immediate title shot. And then he backed it like, he made these changes and this. He made it seem like he's some type of like ambassador for the WBC, bro. I was like, yo, Mauricio Sulaiman, bro, nasty work, bro. Nasty work. We got too many instances where you can't really explain why you do what you do. And then when the public that's paying for these fights, that's talking boxing every day, the Chris Mannixes of the world, when he grill you and ask you, he was being respectful. He trying to ask you to get some straightening. You insult him by telling him he has no idea, like basically what your job entails and all you have to do, and I got to do stuff you couldn't imagine, and I don't want to hear that. He not asking you that. He was asking you what's up with that 100K and why did you strip him? Still can't get no answers. So in the Bud Crawford situation, we really couldn't get no straight answers, but we do know that he was on record for apologizing, right? So you don't apologize if you ain't do nothing wrong. He went about that situation the wrong way, and I think he handled this situation the wrong way. Guarantee you, if it was Canelo Alvarez, you wouldn't have stripped his ass. You wouldn't have stripped Canelo. You get what I'm saying? You wouldn't have stripped Canelo. Guarantee you. This dude ducked and dodged and maneuvered around David Benavidez like the plague. You ain't never think about stripping him. All you did was hand out interim title belts to justify him not fighting the guy, the number one guy. And he still ain't get his shot. So miss me with that. You make and break your rules as you go along, and I don't rock with it. Stop extorting fighters. Do your fucking job. Stop telling people, they're telling you how to do your job. We ain't telling you how to do it. We just telling you to be fair and be consistent at it, bro. Be good at it. Get what I'm saying? You make this shit up as you go along, bro. None of these rules never be making sense, bro. Southwest Dice, my guy, man. Do I feel like Shakur Duggan dead at 47? Absolutely not, man. You can't duck a fighter respectfully. I don't care who you are. If y'all not in the same weight class, that kind of brings me to some. Hold on. Yeah, no, I don't think he ducking him at all. I just think what you got is you got two really successful guys, pure boxers in the sport, right? You got one that started at 26, one that started at 35. That's two weight classes, right? So I think that the issue that they're having, or that they're gonna have with that fight, is nobody is gonna want to give up everything, more than likely, right? Nobody wants to give up everything. I'm saying, you want to give a little, get a little, right? I think with Shakur being in his fourth weight class, I think 47 to be number 5, obviously, for him. Not saying he's not capable of making that jump with no claws or nothing of that sort, but the question is that something he feel like he should do? Is that something that he's willing to do, right? I don't know, but as far as it be ducking him, nah, you can't duck somebody you're not in the same weight class with. And on top of that, I think anytime you got two guys that are successful as what they've been, you got to be realistic. I think the problem also is going to be who's going to give up what, who's going to make the concessions. To me, it seems like Devin is dead set at 47 and Shakur is dead set on that rehydration. You see the issue? They're going to run into the issue because Devin going to want to, I think the only way the fight happens, he has to have it under his terms, meaning you got to come up to 147. You can't have no rehydration. You just got to fight him. I think it potentially, if he agrees to do that, I think there's a strong possibility that fight could take place. But I just don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's headed to happen. But like I said, what's going to have to happen for the fight to take place is Shakur is going to have to go to 147, no rehydration, and cook him and take his title type shit. Other than that, I don't see too many scenarios where the fight will happen based on the way that Team Haney has chose to deal with Shakur when it's time to make a fight with him. Now, maybe this time will be different than last time, but let's revisit this for a second. When it was talking about fighting before, they gave that man a take it or leave it offer, and it was unwilling to negotiate. Are they going to have the same kind of energy this time around? And now he's even more accomplished than he was back then. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, when y'all go to that table, what's that conversation going to be like? You want to fight at 47, no rehydration. Well, where do you give any for him? Is it going to be him making the concessions and have to be in his fifth weight class versus you being in your third? You get what I'm saying? So that's going to be the issue. And I had some pictures I wanted to pull up. I was talking about this rehydration garbage that people kept bringing up, and I wanted to highlight a couple things about that too. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not a dehydration clause. That's why we're going to talk about it. But see, the problem is, Damon, the truth in what I'm saying, the proof in what I'm saying is how you're responding to what Shakur is saying. I told y'all, the only way this fight happens, Shakur is going to have to make all the concessions. He's going to have to go to 47. It's not going to be no wiggle room. It's not going to be no catch weight, even though he gave Ramirez the catch weight just to fight before Ryan Norman, right? But with Shakur, it's not going to be no wiggle room. It's not going to be much negotiations. It's going to be like my way or the highway type deal. That's how they deal with him. Y'all give me a quick second. We still got over 100 people in the building. Hit the like button, sub to the channel. Let me pull this picture up real quick, y'all. All right, there we go. So look, I'm think about what you're saying. I feel like skills pay the bills. I think Shakur feels like that too. But again, man, boxing is about a sport of inches. It's about leverage, advantages, and shit like that. And I think if you Shakur, he's considering what he could be potentially giving up being in his 5th weight class versus a guy in his 3rd. I don't see how people can't see the difference. And you're talking about a dude packing on 25 pounds on fight night. That's something that he's considering too. So it's like the question for Shakur is going to be like, how much are you willing to give up? And this is what I wanted to see for anybody that's you know, they be talking about this rehydration stuff, right? And I just wanted to look at a couple of things, man. And talk about it. You know what I mean? Based on what they see here. Boxing rehydration clause explained. In the world of professional boxing, the rehydration clause is a contractual limit on how much weight a fighter is allowed to gain back between the official weigh-in and a specified time on the day of the fight. While the official weigh-in usually happens 24 to 36 hours before the bout, fighters often cut massive amounts of water weight to hit their mark, only to balloon up immediately after. This clause keeps that post-fight, post-weight, and weight gain in check. Do you see that right there? Do you see that about how guys will hit their target weight and then balloon up? Do you see that they're explaining it so they're aware? So it's not a dehydration clause, but it's for people. This, to me, exposes guys that's not fighting where they should be fighting at. And that's why people don't like it. So they'll say, yeah, it could weaken a fighter. And I seen, you know, Chris Algieri, he said he's not a fan of it and he's against it, right? But there also are some people that are against ballooning up in weight on fight night. You get what I'm saying? And then having a significant advantage that way and saying, oh, but I made weight. It's sucker shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. How it works. The official weigh-in, both fighters must hit the contractual weight limit. Let's say example, 147 pounds for welterweight. It's funny that they got the example of welterweight. Secondary check, the clause stipulates a second weigh-in, usually on the morning of the fight. We obviously know all of this stuff. You get me? But you get me? Just look at this. In the world of professional boxing, it's the limit. Now look, listen to this. The limit. The clause typically restricts a fighter from gaining more than a certain percentage of their body weight or a specific number of pounds, often 7 to 10 pounds, over the initial limit. Hence the IBF. This is not something an individual fighter has implemented. It's just something that's a part of sports. So it's like saying your guy won't fight for the IBF title then, right? Your guy won't fight for the IBF title because he's too damn big, right? Because that's basically what that's saying. He won't fight for it. The penalty. If a fighter exceeds the rehydration limit, they may face heavy financial fines, or in extreme cases, the fight could be canceled. Why use one? They really explaining it. Safety. Listen to this. They're telling you why use one. Safety, the very first thing. Why use one? Do you see it in big letters? Why use one? Do you see the question? The first thing right up under that. You see it? Safety. It discourages extreme, dangerous weight cutting, where a fighter drops 20 to plus pounds of water and tries to put it back all in a day, which can be hard on the internal organs and brain. Miss me with that shit. Safety, bro. So again, I don't expect nobody that know they got a fighter that's arguably fighting in a weight class where he could be 1 or 2 up to be a fan of this, because you think it weakens your fighter because your fighter can't blow up to a super middleweight or a damn light heavyweight on fight night. And you're not cool with that because you need them to have all the advantages to feel comfortable with winning a fight. Call that shit what it is. The next one up, fairness. It prevents a weight bully scenario where a naturally much larger fighter must drop down to a lower weight class. Look at that shit as plain as day. It's all up to your own interpretation. But how I interpret that, there's no way that a rehydration clause is in place to give one guy the advantage versus the other. It's to make sure that guys ain't cheating the scales. That's what this says to me. They trying to make sure you ain't losing significant amount of weight and then piling it all back on after the weigh-in, from the weigh-in to the fight. That's what guys are doing. So look, it's very simple. It's not much to argue about. If you're a fan, if you're not in favor of it, I know why you're not in favor of it. because it doesn't benefit the guy that you like the most or the girl you like the most, whoever, right? The people that understand it understand that there are guys that are fighting in weight classes where they shouldn't be in. They already big for the weight class. And then on top of that, you want to gain multiple weight classes of weight from the time you weigh into the fight. And you think everybody in boxing is supposed to be cool with it and be like, that's just regular. It's just regular. That's a lot of water weight, bro. That's a lot of weight to pack on. It's a lot of weight. So I'm glad bro asked that question, because I just wanted to bring that up for those rehydration clause specialists, right? Look how clear is day. Why use one? Safety and fairness. The 2 bullet points for why you would even use one in the first place is safety and fairness. But people will get up here and cry because you know you got a dude that wants to make whatever weight and then pack it all on fight night. So when you're in the ring, you're closer to super middleweight or light heavyweight, 3-4 weight classes above where you weighed in at, and you perfectly fine with that. So if you're somebody that's cool with guys doing that, then so be it. I'm just not a fan of it. I wish guys would fight closer to their weight classes, and that go for everybody, not just specific fighters, everybody. You get what I'm saying? But I don't rock with it. I don't rock with it. There you go. And you sound like you can't talk for a second again. Don't ask me nothing dumb, man. Don't you once you insult me, you on timeout. The next thing you say stupid, I'm blocking you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the hell up. All I'm doing is reading what's right here in front of your face, and y'all still will try to argue it. You will still try to argue it. You will still argue it. Clear as day. These ain't my words. This is why this shit is in place to begin with. And you still will come here. Have you ever cut weight? Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear that weak ass shit. Shut up, goofy. Shut up. Shut up, bro. We know what time it is. Guys enjoy having significant weight advantages on fight night to be comfortable. Shut up. You probably soft and you probably a fan of that shit. You're probably a fan of guys fighting free for all. Might as well start letting middleweights fight welterweights and shit like that then. We might as well start doing that. Get the hell out of here. I know what I'm talking about. You talking about a guy in specific whose dad said he can be fighting at 154 pounds. Shut up. Don't tell me he ain't killing himself. How many people do you know move up a weight class and it's still hard for them to make weight there? The dude was behind the 8 ball, multiple weight classes. And I know so because his father said it. His father said it. Now argue with Bill Haney. Don't argue with me. Argue with Bill Haney. You goofy dudes, I'm way too logical for you super fans. Y'all cool with whatever your fighters say. I kept it a buck. Shakur, you spoke about rehydration clauses before. He had a different tune when it was about Tank as opposed to when it was him. I spoke on it. But again, when you're talking about fighting outside of your weight class, you're going to hear things like rehydration clause because you know guys be trying to do what? Weight bully. Yo, it says it prevents a weight bully scenario, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Somebody might be lost. Hold on. Let me call. Somebody need me to call him a lift real quick. Let me call his lift. Let me call dude a lift. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to steal somebody else's shit. Let me call you a lift, bro. Let me call you a lift. There you go. Packed up. You good? You good, Noah? Now go build the ark, Noah. Go build the ark, fam. Go build the ark. Go build the ark. You know what I'm saying? With a name like that. Shouldn't you be building arks? Ain't they on your ass for telling them people was flooding? Get your ass out of here, man. Get up out of here, man. Walk around at the weight. Hey, bro. Shout out to Charlie. That's an excellent point. It's an excellent point. It's an excellent point. And I'm a piggyback off that a bit. Shout out to Charlie. So I feel Bud Jump wasn't legit because he walked around at the weight he fought Canelo at. People act like he went up pound by pound. Look, walking around at a weight and fighting at a weight is two different things, right? One could assume, right? You get what I'm saying? You walk around at that weight. Is he in shape at that weight that you felt like he walked around at? Right? So I think his weight jump was legit. I think he did it the right way. Has he ever fought at 168 pounds? Has he ever fought at 160 before fighting Canelo? He did it the right way. He did it the right way. You're kind of You making it something that is not. You saying he didn't do it pound by pound. Like, what did that even mean? Like, you dropped the weight and you jumped up 2 weight classes and you fought in a weight class that you never fought in before. I think that's as legit as they come, bro. I get the point you making, saying, oh, he walk around at a certain weight. But walking around at a weight and fighting at a weight, I think is different. You know what I'm saying? I think you get me. So, and that's the thing too. On top of that, you've seen him be a bit heavy, right? But that's not him in the best shape. You get what I'm saying? He was in tip-top shape for that fight, though, I'll tell you that. So I think he did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Light skin business. What it do, my guy? How you feeling? So look, that's the problem with y'all. I don't mind the difference of opinion, but once you come in here with the insult because you don't like what I'm saying, you could speak your piece, bro. You can even click the link and come up here and be like, yo, Just, this is how I see it. But once you insult me because I got a different opinion than yours, you out of here, bro. I don't even care to talk to you. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying what I'm saying. And this is the crazy part. I'm basing this shit off me pulling this shit up, having it right in your face about why they use a rehydration clause, why even use one. And people will still rewrite it and make it out to be what they want it to be. Oh, it's a dehydration clause. It's to weaken the fighter. It's to do this. Think about it. You can't be weakened as a fighter if you're fucking fighting in the weight class where you belong at in the first place. Tell me I'm lying. You can't be weakened fighting where you belong. When you say that oh, the clause is going to weaken the fighter, you just telling me you're indirectly admitting to me that you know that guy that you're rooting for could be fighting a weight class higher. Because that's why you talking about shit like being weakened. He's not being weakened. He being kept honest. They like, yo, to me, a rehydration clause is like saying, bro, don't make 140 pounds if you're going to be weighing close to 168 pounds on fight night. That's what that's saying to me. That's what those clauses are for. Don't be a guy fighting at whatever weight. It could be 154 and you're really 175, 180 or something like that. That's what that says to me. You know what I'm saying? That's for those guys so you can't cheat the system to me. That's all it says. Clear as day. Clear as day. I get you, Charlie. Shout out to you, fam. It's all good. Like, we build over here. It's all good, man. You ain't say nothing wrong. Shout out to you, fam. But I just wanted to expand on that a little bit, man. That's just my spill on it. I don't really think it's a big deal. It's a matter of what kind of, concessions you want to make. How bad do you want to fight? How much do you want a title in your 5th division? And those are, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Charlie. Those are the questions that Shakur has to ask as a fighter, right? You know what I mean? What is it going to take for me to get this fight? And what am I willing to do to get this fight? Like, how bad do I want it, right? Am I willing to do anything and everything to get it? Or do I feel like he's going to have to meet me in the middle somewhere? And I think that's where the problem is going to come in at. And I think because of Devin being a bigger kid, just naturally, and staying put at 35, obviously 3 fights too long, maybe even 4. I can understand his positioning as well as not wanting to do a rehydration clause and not wanting to come back down, not wanting to do a catch weight and all that stuff. I can understand it. That's the thing. Most people will have this conversation and they'll lean and make one guy right versus the other. Shakur not right if he wants it to be a certain way. That's his side, right? That's why you negotiate, right? Devin Haney has evidence to back that he might have outgrown 140 or 147 is where he need to be at. He said he felt a lot more comfortable. So why would you then want to put yourself at any kind of disadvantage if you just got the 47 and you feel like you good? So when he say, nah, man, no, I don't need no clauses, man. You want to fight me? Come up here and get this title. I understand that. I respect it. I get it. I'm not knocking him, but I get mad at the fans for making it seem like somebody mentioning a rehydration clause is not more of a, I want to say, a safety precaution more than somebody being scared. And that's what it is, because it's like, I said this before. Will y'all ask Devin Haney to move right up right now from 147 to 54 and fight Boots? Would you ask him to do that right now? Because, again, that's what Shakur did. When it moved up, fought one of the best absolute guys there. You go move up and fight Boots. That'd be fighting one of the absolute best guys there. Would you ask Devin Haney to move up to 54 where his dad said they could be fighting at right now and go fight one of them 54 pounders? you probably wouldn't want to see that, right? Because you'll feel like Devin be giving up something. Or better yet, being 5 weight classes. So y'all want to see Devin at 160 fighting 160 pounders. You know why you wouldn't want to see that right now? Because you feel like he would be giving shit up. And that's the same thing with any other fighter. I feel like all these guys want advantages. They want little edges where they can get it, right? It's just what it is. It's boxing, bro. And nobody wants to give up everything, especially when you put in your work, you accomplished. You're like, bro, man, you need me too. Think about it. Hey, think about it, y'all. Who said Shakur and Devin Haney was the biggest fight in boxing? Was it Shakur or Devin? Was it Shakur or Devin that said that was the biggest fight in boxing? So with that being the case, with him saying it, what is he willing to do to make the biggest fight in boxing? Because he said it. He tweeted it. What is he willing to do? Oh, nothing? The fight got to be brought to you? That's why I say it got to be all on your terms. It's going to be a bit of a stalemate there. It got to be give and take. I think when you as accomplished as both guys are, it got to be give and take. And if dudes are not willing to do so, then I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's going to be really tough to see the fight. If Shakur is dead set on the rehydration clause. You know what I'm saying? Which I hope he not, man, because I'm telling you, I really think that could be a special fight for boxing. I do. And because these dudes continue to win throughout the years and they find themselves in multiple divisions and then, shit, you end up in another division with each other, shit, you be cooking with grease, man. But it's a risky fight if you core because at that point, you go up to 47. I think 35 is out the picture. I think 35 is a thing of the past. Lightweight is a thing of the past, I think, if you go way to 47. So I'm very reasonable and logical when I had this conversation, bro. I could understand both guys' position, and it's up to them as fighters and teams to negotiate. We can't do it for them. We could argue all we want about what we like, how we feel like it should be, but at the end of the day, they're going to have to agree to terms. They're going to have to get on the phone. They're going to have to make the fight. You get what I'm saying? And they're going to have to legit want to fight each other and be willing to do it. So we'll see, man. I don't know what the future hold, man, but anytime you can get world-class guys in the ring fighting each other is always going to be a good thing, bro. Always. Yeah, I definitely want to see it. Me too, bro. But like along with that, bro, it's going to come some concessions, bro. Guys going to have to give something up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to be give and take. Amari the Reaper Jones, 21st. They got Amari Jones on the February 21st card. Amari Jones, not Omari. Amari, the one that was signed to DHP. That's good. He on the Barrios card. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Amari Jones. He could fight. I like Amari Jones. He nice like that. He nice like that, man. Hold on, man. Let me get this. Yeah, it's the fight game, man. I would boots on the list. Yeah, nah, I get it. I get it. I think like the real fans of him will ask for him to do it, but most people wouldn't ask for him to do that right now, is what I'm saying. So, and think about it, even past boots, right? Like say, I keep making this point that one guy would be in his 5th weight class versus a guy in his 3rd. There's a clear discrepancy in size right there. You can see it. I don't care what it looked like in the picture. You can see it in the ring. You get what I'm saying? And it's just going to be a problem, bro. It's going to be a problem, I think, when they agree with where the fight is going to be at or where it will happen at. But we'll see. Like I said, man, with dude saying that's the biggest fight in boxing, I would think he would want to do something to make the fight, right? That's just my way of thinking because he came out and said that. So we'll see. We'll see if it ever comes to fruition and if they can get on the horn and make something happen. But right now, I think the beautiful thing about all of this is, even if that Devin and Shakur don't have a fight, you know they're both in position to be in other big fights, meaningful fights, whether it's unifications for Devin at 47, whether it's venturing off up to 54. I mean, if you Shakur, you got options at 40. You got fights you could make there. You got potential fights to make at 35. It's up to you. So, you know what I mean? You got guys like Ryan and his dad and Ryan talking about a fight, right? Or mainly his dad, Conor Ben. I never thought that was going to happen because I don't care what nobody say. I don't think he's scared enough. I just don't think that's somebody he's interested in fighting because of the styles. And then you got the Devin Haney thing. So you got your name in the mix with multiple fighters from anywhere from 47, 40 to 35. So you got options. If you Devin Haney, you have options. I think 147 should get interesting moving forward, man. But we're going to see. I think we get some good answers on February 21st. And that fight could have an impact on how the rest of 47 shape out from this point on. So we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna keep building though, man. But y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. You say you think Tank Duggan Shakur from Baltimore. So I'm Tank biased. I feel like the business side, Tank say he don't sell, and the fighter side, saying Shakur he'll beat Tank. Tank know that. Nah, Tank ain't ducking no Shakur. Like the problem is in boxing, we see fights that we feel like as fight fans should be made, and we know that's one. We know that fight is already made. If they told you that was the next fight for both of those dudes, it'd be sold out. Everybody would buy it. So nah, Tank ain't ducking them. I think the only thing where you really could criticize is say he hasn't prioritized the big fights. You can say that, but I think a lot of that would be due to how he was promoted, how he was marketed, and how he's moved. I don't think he's trying to be the world's greatest boxer. And I think that factors into who he fight. I don't think he cares as much as to who he fight as the fans do. Do he want to be great? I think he's great in his own right. I think he's proven that. I think anytime you beat the odds, you're great. But again, the ducking stuff, no. Nah, it's just maybe ain't prioritizing. And again, the fact that they haven't had more than a preliminary discussion about that fight should tell you all you need to know. It's a matter of prioritizing and making that a focal point. Shakur Stevenson, if you're in any kind of business, right, and this is the fight game, right? Now, I'm not saying that you're not confident that your guy can come out on top in this fight, but if you're in the business of making money, right, Shakur Stevenson is very risky to anybody's business if you're just being honest. The way he fights, right, stylistically, he can give you a tough night. And I think most people consider that before they fight him. It has nothing to do with being scared of him. To me, personally, right? These are men. I don't think they're scared of him. I just think it's like, I don't favor that style, or they don't fancy or favor their styles over that guy. So it's very risky. So it's not about being scared. And it's like the same thing when you're looking at a tank fight, right? It's risky for the business. So it's one of those things, right? And then there's a bit of an argument, right, where people was trying to say he didn't sell. Well, you fast forward to now, his first pay-per-view sold out, right? So it's like that narrative goes by the wayside. People say his performances wasn't good enough. He had back-to-back performances that I think everybody could go watch and enjoy, right? Back-to-back fights. So slowly some of the narratives that stood the test of time, they fell by the wayside because he's had multiple fights where he's proven exactly what he's worth and exactly what he can do from a ticket sales standpoint, just bringing general interest. And now you see that he's in the driver's seat to make other fights, and people feel like it's his era. So nah, man, I think the stars are slowly aligning if it's in the cards for Tank Davis to come back to boxing. You know what I'm saying? Full-fledged. So it's one of those things, bro, where nobody is ducking. But it's a matter of prioritizing the fights. And like I said, if you in the Tank Davis business and you make money every time, right? And you fight who you want to fight, they just do things their way and they don't jump or move for nobody. They move when they want to move. Tank move when he want to move. If he says you, then it's you. That's what his team says. So yeah, maybe you could say he didn't prioritize the fights, but you would never hear me say Tank ducking Shakur or anybody else. That's just not the way I look at boxing. It's people got plans, you know what I mean? And again, it's about prioritizing. What fight do you think is the next best fight for you, right? If you're in the business of making more money, do you necessarily fight Shakur? And I said this before when they was talking about the 6-fight deal and stuff like that. If that in fact is real, do you fight Shakur that early in the deal? Or do you wait later? Right? Probably let him build a profile a little bit. Maybe the fight is more lucrative. Now it make more sense. Maybe now it's worth more of the risk. People are talking a little different about Shakur today than they was a fight or two or a couple fights ago, right? So now hearing his name ringing a little bit. So You're going to hear his name mix and match with all these different guys. And it's just a matter of which guys is going to prioritize fighting, you know what I'm saying, versus the others. Nah. I really don't. No, prioritize is real because look, who's to say you gotta fight anybody, right? It's like we think fighters gotta fight who we say for them to fight, and it just don't work that way. And I think the more people realize that, the more they'll stop bumping their head on the wall every time you don't see a fight that you thought was next or you thought should have been next. These dudes gonna do what makes the most sense for their business. And like I said, Shakur Stevenson as a fighter is stylistically is risky for a lot of these guys' business. That's why you're seeing guys elect and choose not to fight him, in my opinion. DJ said, Tank not going nowhere near Shakur. Devin. Yeah, man, Devin might be a the publicity thing was always false though, because let me tell you why, bro. If you talking about core with the publicity, think about how many fighters that Tank fought that Shakur is more popular than and more known than, more accomplished, better than, you name it, right? Think about it. You know what I mean? You could say Ryan with the following, okay. You know what I'm saying? But just think about the rest of them. You get what I'm saying? Like none of them other dudes sold more tickets than Shakur. None of them. None of them. Only one you can go off the top with, you could say with Ryan, because he did that fight with him and Tank. But as far as like interest-wise and being able to sell tickets, he's always been able to do that. But people, because it hasn't been on a pay-per-view level or it hasn't been on like the face of boxing level, it's been undermined and downplayed. But if you really start to do your homework and research on how often guys sell out venues and stuff, and then you see what his numbers is compared to what the average is, you'll see how it that always been a false narrative about, like, far as him not having publicity or ticket sales and not being able to sell tickets, put asses in seats. It's always been a fabricated. It's always been, always. Like, and you can look it up and you can see it. You can be like, damn. And you really go look and you see how many fighters that he actually do better numbers than when it comes to not only just selling the tickets, putting the asses in the seats, the viewership on free TV, right? He's on Top Rank, had the most viewed fight of the year. So he's always had people interested in watching him. They've always known who he was. You know what I'm saying? He had a top 3, top 5, most anticipated pro debut. So people always knew who he was. But I think you're comfortable with some of these excuses being thrown out there if you taking your time getting to that fight anyway. You want people to probably say, oh, he ain't good enough, or he can't beat him, or he ain't ready, or he ain't that. What you mean too? Thanks for clearing. Nah, shout out to you, fam. Shout out to Brendan, man. It's all good. All love, man. Over here, bro, I try to do my best, bro. I don't try. I do. I support all these fighters. Win, lose, or draw. All of them. How you feel about Bud retiring? It's a short building, so they can make excuses. He said, what'd you feel about Bud retiring? I feel like Bud retiring is spot on. He retired from a sport that didn't fully appreciate him. You seen it. They tried to tear him down all the way to the bitter end, all the way to the sanctioning bodies, him not deciding to pay them and retiring. They slided him there, so he retired because Victor Conte can't give him the secret serum no more. It's just nasty what I've seen people do to Terrence Crawford. So for me, I'm happy as a fight fan with the 42 fights he gave me. I watched him very, very early in his career, very, very early when he used to have a little twist and stuff in his head. You know what I'm saying? When he was fighting outside. You know what I'm saying? When he had the plain trunks, I think way before he had the Terrence Bud Crawford logo, all that stuff. Like, I've been watching that dude for a long time. So I'm content with what I've seen from Crawford, what he's given me as a fight fan. And I'm glad to see him retire because I think only a hater of the sport would not give that man his credit right now and his flowers. It'd be weird. 5-division champion, 3 divisions undisputed, beat everybody, never had a close fight. Competitive fights, yes, but close fights, not what people are saying. No, never UDs and stoppages. No majority decisions, no splits, no none of that, no draws. He either beat your ass or stopped you. You get what I'm saying? UD or stoppage. Terrence Crawford is special. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad he retiring. I'd like to see him pay it forward, see how he gonna keep helping these other fighters moving forward, because I know he's gonna stay around the sport. Want to see him, you know, just be him. Enjoy the fruits of his labor, like he said. Enjoy time with his kids. I like seeing people win at the highest level. So Bud, he got in, he did it his way, and he won on his terms. And he left the game at the highest. He left the game at the top. Think about that. How many people could say they once they get to the top, they able to stay there? Oster, what it do, my guy? When they called him the hunter, right? Terrence Special for sure. Facts. Facts, man. So I like the fact that yeah, he paid the other sanctioning bodies. He said they was all cool with what he gave them. He said the WBC was the only ones asking for more. So crazy. It's crazy. If you love boxing and never seen Bud fight live, yeah, you missed the world-class boxer. That's for sure. That's for sure, John Wick. That's for sure. Definitely special, man. Definitely special. I would urge any fight fan out there, man, that's still in the, live listening, man. If you get an opportunity to go to a show, go to a fight, go to it and enjoy that shit, man. Enjoy it, man. It's a lot of good action out there, man. I'm telling you. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Another dope build in the books. Shout out to Oster, man, John Wick, everybody in the building, Pugilism, Educated Jad. See y'all, man. Ramon, my dog, Reef, Mike Kirkland, Dante, the rest of the gang, man. I appreciate y'all. It's been a dope build, man. It's going to be fun to see all this, the 2026 keep taking shape, right? You got two pure boxers and names is mentioned in some of the biggest fights of their career. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people knocking the Shakur and the Ryan talk because they like, well, such and such beat him in this one. Look, it's all about that next man up and making a big fight for yourself. If you Shakur Stevenson, you need names to solidify the kind of talent that you've been telling everybody you are for years. Now with this Tszyu is the start. Now you keep getting those names. You keep putting them wins in the win column. The sky's the limit. You're Devin Haney. You've been cheated. They try to write you off. The boxing public turned against you. They damn near gave up on you, and you still here. You still here. Not only are you still here, you back on your winning ways. You look pretty good in your fight against Brian Norman. You showed everybody that you're still top-level world-class guy. Now you're world champion at 47. Your name is in the mentions of big fights, whether it's a Ryan rematch, you got talks about Rolly, even though he ain't want to fight you, right? You could fight somebody at 47, make your bones there, chase down other titles, or move up to 54 possibly, entertaining fight with Cora or whoever. You know what I'm saying? The beautiful thing is that boxing is delivering in 2026, and these youngers going to get their just due because they deserve it. So shout out to Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. L-Dub Boxing, he let me know that this fight is lined up and on track for Vegas in April. Can't wait to see it. I think Boxing Wins completely went, call your shots, all of them, facts. Blunt, my dog, man, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I'm going to hit you, too. I'm going to hit you a little later. Those two. Bro, we're going to see. Spence, we got some news about Spence. Spence supposed to be returning in July against Tszyu. That's good news for any Errol Spence fans. I'm one myself, so I'm glad to hear it. And like I said, you got Vergil and Boots on track. That's good. So everything is looking good in boxing, man. Everything is looking good. We got a big fight. Got a nice card for this February 21st joint. And shout out to Dub again. He just let me know Amari Jones is going to be on this card as well. So we got some good action. 2026 turning out the right way, and I'm rocking with it, man. So I just want to see what's next for all of these guys, and I'm here for it. Let's see who be there when all of the smoke clear. You know what I mean? It's been fun watching all these dudes grow and build, and their careers manifest in different ways. Now I think this is the time where we start to figure out the who's who of boxing, and I think the next fights is going to dictate that for these guys. So we'll see. We'll see. Facts, Brendan. You already know. But listen, that's my time for the day. I appreciate every last one of y'all that pulled up and rocked out. Everybody at the Super Chat, the Cash App. If you hit the like button on either side, we appreciate you. If you showed up, we rock with you. If you dropped a comment, we appreciate it. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to all the channel members. Appreciate every last one of y'all. If you don't got a membership, make sure you do. Join the channel. Get you a membership. Join the family and be part of the team. And with that, that's my time for the day, man. We're going to keep building. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. to build on this beautiful boxing, y'all. So with that, Enjoy the rest of this good Monday, and I'll see all of y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Representing Brick City, Shakur! Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with a straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're gonna give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.